Guys, welcome to the Dopest Nerd. And all I gotta say is, let her cook. I'm here. Call me the Burger Queen because I'm here to flame broil people today. Let me tell you what I'm not gonna do. First of all, welcome to the Dopest Nerd. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for those in the chat already anticipating my arrival. Pardon me for being tardy. I had to calm down because I was in here hot like a lava flowing volcano, Mount St. Helens, 1983. Hot. Okay? I don't mind anybody clipping my content. I don't mind anybody referencing me in their content. I don't mind anything. But here's one thing I know. One thing that you'll get to know about me after coming to the Dopest Nerd is I make it my business to not talk out of turn. I think we've all done enough of that throughout our life. This is not content creation for me. This is not folly for me. This is my life. I am watching Jane Doe get the Natanya Rubin treatment in 2025. So I'm not talking of out both sides of my neck, like, are you smarter than a fifth grader TicketTV that thinks because you read things off of a screen, you sound intelligent? Nobody. Reading someone else's words doesn't make you an intellect. Coming of your own volition and your own thought process and stringing verb subject agreement together makes you an intellect. Don't battle me in a battle of wits, boo-boo. You are unarmed, okay? You're going to put my face on your thumbnail. Come into the chat. You didn't say she misspoke. You didn't say she misunderstood. You called me a flat out liar. Your mama's a liar. I'm nobody's liar. Everything I said in my discussion with Andy from Popcorn Planet was not only so spot on, you then in your most recent live a few minutes ago read the declaration that had everything. Let me say one of two things. Either Tony Buzbee watches the Dopest Nerd or your girl know her shit. Excuse my French. Forgive me, Father God. Everything you read in that was the entire diatribe that I said. It was ex parte communication, everything. How dare you call me a liar? Then when I went to your channel in a playful manner, I'm like, hey, TicketTV, where's my apology? You call me a buck shuffling coon? Get out of here, scram, you begging buck scuffling coon, and block me? Let her cook. I'm about to flame broil your ass, Mr. Mispronunciation of everything under the sun. You out here mispronouncing words like it's gold, and you gonna call me a liar and tell me I don't understand stuff? Listen, I tell y'all all the time, I'm a woman of God. I try to do this walk in my spirit walk, but baby, I'm still flesh. That side you didn't want to meet. Now, welcome into the Dopest Nerd. Take your shoes off at the door, grab a pair of fuzzy socks out of the basket, jump up on the couch, put your feet up, stay a while. We got some things to discuss. First and foremost, TicketTV, have some integrity, have some tact, and have some decorum. You think anybody who's normal to my channel or frequent viewer, subscriber, they know I always say this is not a love fest. I tell my mods, nope, you don't got to kick them out. Let them stay. This is not a love fest. Everybody doesn't have to agree with me. Because that's what a grown-up does. That's what a mature person does. That's what an intellect does. And that's what a scholar does. That's what a journalist does. You are none of the above. I sit there every now and then when I'm slumming it and I can't find my remote. I watch you cussing people out soon as they don't agree with you. You call them everything but a child of God because you're so petulant and insecure. Google it. Look it up. You are such a petulant child. The thought of anybody disagreeing with you rubs you so inherently wrong. You literally sat there and read an entire declaration of all of the words I said. This is God showing y'all the Natanya Rubin victimized playbook with Jane Doe 2025 edition. Why can't y'all see that? For 25 years, I've been screaming. They harassed me. They followed me. They blew my tires out. They damaged my vehicles. Somebody broke in my house 2 weeks ago and didn't take anything, moved a chair into the middle of my garage to let me know we could access you when we want. And you're shocked at what Jane Doe is saying? I said unequivocally, let me calm down. I can get my tea. See, I made me some lemon balm and Tulsi tea, guys. If you feel stressed or you feel a little upset or excitable, you can drink ashwagandha, lemon balm, and Tulsi. It's almost like a natural anti-anxiety or it'll relax your mood. I ran out of ashwagandha, so I'm good. I just made Tulsi. And as a matter of fact, let me go get my tea before I get demonetized today. Hold on. And let a little sunlight in. The audacity and unmitigated gall of TicketTV or everyone else to play in Jane Doe's face. Every point I made was substantive because I lived this entire playbook with Puffy and his minions. This is what happens when they get afraid and they buck up on somebody who they know is going to topple all of their empire. This is what it feels like and it looks like to them. This is why they react this way. Now, I said unequivocally that audio was edited. That's what I said to Andy. In fact, Andy reached out to me. Andy said, you know what? I always love your point of view because you always have this otherworldly point of view. You're willing to go deep and you enlighten me to things that I'm not aware of. Remember, I wasn't a spectator. I don't know where you're from, TicketTV. You're giving very, no disrespect to the Midwest, but you're giving very tumbleweed and ain't really ish going on where you was from. I am from the belly of the beast, my dear. Brooklyn, New York, Trinidad. Okay? This is my life. This is not some content I'm making up. This is Natanya Rubin minding her business, shot in her face with a 9mm hollow point bullet. Cop killer almost took my life. This is me fighting for 25 years, standing steadfast, saying, Puffy shot me and they are harassing me. For 25 years, December 27th, 2024, my 25th year anniversary. So I'm not coming here talking to y'all out the side of my neck. I'm coming to here spitting facts. Now, I said unequivocally that what was being done to Jane Doe, I said from the get-go, go look at my old videos. When they came out with this whole notion that her father said he didn't remember, I said, shout out to my mod Lot. Shout out to the dopest mod because she's the one that I was minding my business at Home Depot, doing my due diligence and my duties for my other business. And my mod said, hey, I don't want you to get upset. I'm just letting you know. TicketTV said this, that, and the third. And I was like, huh? You know me. I laugh. What? I'm unbothered. But now you're sitting up here calling me all kinds of liars when you don't have a dog in the fight nor any firsthand information. You are simply you're quite, here's what I'll give you. You've mastered the art of downloading the lawsuits and reading them. You haven't mastered the art of pronunciation or understanding what words mean. You're still in your remedial classes with that. Reciprocity. Say it. Reciprocity. The attorney's name is Mycelis, not Measles. Don't listen. I'm trying to stay above. I'm trying to fly above the haters. But you done stepped on my pinky toe, the one with the corn, TicketTV, and I'm flame broiling your ass. Now let's get to the basics. Jane Doe, I believe, with every fiber of my being, was violated by who she said she was violated by. Jay-Z, Puffy, and Celebrity B. Or whatever the next person is. And we can all theorize who we think that is. I know who I believe it to be. J-Lo. Sue me if you want, bitch. Let's go in court. I've been waiting to see you for a long time. Sue me so we could bring some discovery into the court. Yeah. Sue me. I can't wait to get before a judge with you and a whole lot of y'all. I know she was victimized just by the way this thing is played out. I have said to my mod, I have said to those very close to me, this is me all over again. The only difference is, and I say this with all sincerity and no disparagement to her, she is, I don't know where she lives. I'm assuming the Midwest. Now, I know she was from New York, but upstate New York. If you're from the 5 boroughs in New York, or at least Long Island, we call that Canada. Okay? Different breed. I was born in 1970, Brooklyn, New York. Okay? In the belly of the beast. Not the least of which is of Caribbean heritage. So I'm what you call an old Brooklyn tegereg. I don't scare easy. You had a problem with me saying I'm not afraid, and I was never afraid, because I'm not. I'm a different breed. And first and foremost, we let him come again. My mother effing name is Natanya, bitch. Not Natasha. My father, God rest his soul, is the only person that could call me that. And that's a family inside joke. Mind yours. You think you slick, but it's that old adage, that old parable. You can say what you want, just spell my name right. You are trying to gaslight me by calling me Natasha. You had the audacity to sit on your platform and wax poetically about how wrong I am and I'm a liar and I don't understand, but you don't even know my name. Or you faking like you don't know my name. I know that that's a tactic. It's a trope, baby. Something about my intellect and my wise diatribes have rubbed you the wrong way. Perhaps it's because you don't see yourself as wise. See, you've masked this notion that you are Mr. I'm Johnny on the spot. I got the update, breaking news. I'm telling you what's going on. All you're doing is reading. Today in other news, early direct deposits. Receive your direct deposit in advance. That'll make you smart. That'll make you no type of smart ticket. None. You're reading words that you can't even pronounce and you don't know the meaning of them. I said in no uncertain terms, reaching out to a Jane Doe who was involved in an ongoing litigation because they reached out to her before the case was dropped. This all supposedly took place before the case was dropped. Reaching out to a Jane Doe in an ongoing litigation who is protected by the court under the cloak of anonymity is having discussions with her without her attorney, knowing that she has an intellectual disability. She said on the NBC interview that she also suffers from traumatic brain injury, as do I. By the grace of God, I am of sound mind and body. And a seizure disorder, as do I. I tell you, this is Natanya Rubin 2025 edition. And now I am going to be an advocate for this girl, and I will speak wherever they need me. Tony Buzbee, holla at your girl if you need me. Because I'm about to teach y'all something all the way brand new. I'm going to teach y'all how this go. I know the playbook. I wrote the playbook on surviving the beast. I wrote the playbook. A docuseries called Shot, Survivors Helping Others Through. That for the last 12 years, everybody and their mama connected to Diddy has done everything to block. Oh, yes. Y'all been blocking me. I had producers come to me and be like, oh my God, this is a wonderful story. We want to tell your story. We're so excited. And then a week later, they come back and say, oh, we can't work on your story. We don't want anything to do with it. Don't associate our name. If somebody asks you if we were working with you, say no and don't call me again. 5 different times. Shout out to Maggie the Black Owl for the, I'm trying to calm down. I got my tea. I had to open the top because I know it's hot. I got this insulated cup and I already burned my lip the other day. What you not are going to do, or what you not going to do, you're not going to play in my face. See, this is content creation for y'all. Shout out to Maggie. I love you, Natanya. Thank you so much, Maggie. I love you too. And I'm so proud of the work that you're doing here on YouTube. See, we need more people like Maggie who stands up for the truth and who's willing to get to the bottom of it and not for the clickbait. See, I could stay off of YouTube for 3 weeks and not do any content because I'm not no clickbait bandit desperate for, money and whatever. This is my real life. I do this in real life. I advocate for people in real life. I said, reaching out to a protected individual, because she is, what you don't know about the American with Disabilities Act, they are considered protected class of people. You dummies. So when you sent, and I don't care what anybody says, he called me a liar for saying that the investigators were an extension of an officer of the court because they went out to do the behest of Spiro. So you're going to tell me two random private investigators decide, let's take this up under our own volition and go look for this girl who's a Jane Doe and no one's supposed to know her identity. How did they get her identity? But for the fact that they were involved in a court case and they used their inside information to obtain her identity that was protected, not the least of which is she has designated disabilities and is a protected class of people. You have violated so many laws. She suffers from PTSD, as do I, which is why I'm so tight. You're not going to tell me nobody who has a traumatic brain injury, a seizure disoriented, I'll have you know, seizures that are as a result of injury are neurotransmitted, okay? That's what mine are. You know what neurotransmitted is? You can use their Google, but I'll tell you, they are transmitted as a result of stress. When you go through stressors and your body gets into fight or flight mode, you can trigger a seizure and have multiple seizures, a grand mal and multiple petit mal. That's the French clinical term, big seizure or little seizure. Because I know I got to spell everything out for you. TicketTV. Mr. You ain't smarter than a fifth grader. Mr. Faceless Channel, don't show your face, but steady cooning and clowning everybody, disrespecting everybody, but won't show your face. Sound like punk moves to me. And like I said, I ain't scared of nobody. You had a problem because I said I don't operate on Chronos time. I operate on Kairos time. Chronos time, aka the root word for chronological, aka the measure of time. I don't operate on the world's time, baby. Kairos is God's timing. That's what I operate on. You had a problem with that. What's your problem with it? Because you don't know what it means? Because you don't understand it? Because come for me on the God side too. Come for me on this kingdom walk, boo. I'll have you know, I went to theology school. Come for me. I want y'all to. Come for me so I can really cook. Y'all gonna have to call me Chef Girl RD because I'm about to flame broil the internet. I took my 3 weeks off. That was my breather. God said, get back out there and cook. You are talking garbage from which you don't know. This woman has PTSD. And now you understand what I meant on my live when I said, if somebody bring their mother ass to my door while I'm here, me and Lottie, it's me, God, and Lottie. Lottie Dottie. Lottie Dottie. Come through this door. It's going to be hot. Hot for you. That's why I said I will be judged by 12 and not carried by 6. Because, baby, I ain't asking no questions. You don't understand the pressure that comes from someone who is a multimillionaire, aka supposed to be a billionaire, because I ain't never seen billionaires conduct themselves on this petty level, except for Elon Musk. You a billionaire, but you out here sending private investigators. Private investigators are a service class that work at the behest of a client. They just, you've seen movies, private investigators sitting around in his office, little musty looking office, and ding, ding, the phone rings and it's a client. They want to hire him to go investigate something. What random private investigators decided they were going to go investigate Jane Doe? Who, sucker? I said they were an arm, an extension of friggin' an officer of the court because they are. They went and investigated that girl at the behest of Spiro. And you can act stupid if you want to. I don't like to call a black man out his name, but you stupid. You is bumbling idiot stupid. If you ain't reading off of pages, you sound like a clown. You mispronounce everything. You slow. No disrespect to the slow folks. Everybody got a cross to bear. But the audacity of you to call me a buck shuffling fool, a coon, and block me from your channel, nigga, I ain't got to come to your channel. I don't. I simply went there in good faith. Like, oh, you put me on your thumbnail. You put me on your thumbnail, did a whole video about me, calling me the wrong name. You know my name is Natanya, but you know what it is? I know the enemy when and you even inferred that I might be a plant from Spiro, whatever his name is. Are you kidding, my dude? Me? a plant for somebody. If you only know I got too much integrity, I wouldn't be a plant for nobody. I love my mama as the day is long, like I love myself, and she couldn't plant me nowhere for nothing. Okay? Because I operate on integrity, something you seem to know very little of because you stay cursing your subscribers and people that come to your channel out every day. And I was right. You read a declaration today that said this constitutes the attempt to contact this Jane Doe at her private residence constitutes ex parte communication. Oh, what? Huh? What? What? You mean Natanya, aka Natasha, was right? You dang Skippy, I was right. Because this is my life. And I know the law. You know how long it took my case to settle? 12 and a half years with Puffy. Because they try every tactic under the book. But I was, even when people are like, you should reconsider. Are you sure you want to pursue this? They're dangerous. They could hurt you. I said all the way, balls to the wall until I meet God. And I'll still be, because I got breadcrumbs that are waiting to explode after I leave this earth. Play with me if you want to, ninja. You are in a battle of wits, and baby, you got a butter knife, and my brain is skin soup. You ain't ready for this. You need to hold your little corner and stay in your place, little boy, and don't call my name, because you have a problem saying Natanya, which literally means gift of God. See, I came to this world as a gift of God, okay? I had to endure all of this tremendous pain and stripe and everything because my life serves a purpose. But you over there in your little corner of the internet calling me all kind of liars and buck shuffling coons. Ninja, you played yourself today because now I'm on your ass. And normally I don't operate of this vein. I come, I bring information. I say what I got to say. I don't operate of this vein, but I'm operating of this vein today because you played your mother self. Oh, God gonna forgive me because me and God, we got a thing going on. And normally I wouldn't speak like this, but you played yourself today. Shout out to Barbara J. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Barbara J says, sending love, Natanya. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I feel the love today, and I appreciate it. This young lady was a part of an ongoing litigation. She had the right to maintain her anonymity for her safety. That is why, if you look at my old videos, you'll see me say the courts did the right thing by not releasing the witness list to Puffy. Because in my case, and you can see it on when I did the reaction video to the Proffer podcast where they interviewed Artie Cadigan and the other guy's name slipped my mind, Sean. When they interviewed the actual cops who did the investigation in my case, it was the witness list that let them go up and down the witness list and get everybody, pay them off and all. Listen, the biggest case in hip hop after the unalivings of Biggie and Tupac was me getting shot. That was the biggest case, the third biggest case in hip hop. The only difference is the other two ended up unalived. I was the only one that survived. I was also the only one to stand flat-footed and look Puffy in the face and said, you did it, ninja. I watched you shoot me. I watched Shine shoot Julius Jones. I watched it with my own eyes. I got shot in between my eyes, in my nose. That means I was looking directly at you. Not the side, not the back, not nowhere else, directly at you. And I don't care what nobody said. I watched him. I watched him. You see how it took 24 years later for him to come and admit it because he was trying to bully Julius Jones? And so he said, oh, you think I'm a punk? I'll eat your face. I will unalive my mother. I shot that lady in the club. He ain't have no problem. What year will Jay-Z come out and brag about his? Listen, you could play blind if you want to. You could play stupid and alley button if you want to. My Caribbeans, y'all understand that. You can't walk around and play like an alley button if you want to. But that's your choice. We are in the age of Aquarius. Only truth shall reign. Only truth. All secrets are exposed. We know that the industry is a diabolical place. Anyone who wants to play in their own face, because you're certainly ain't playing in our face, and act like you don't know that the industry is a diabolical place is a fool and a liar. They participate in demonic activities. That's widely known by everyone. And they won't stop because they don't want to lose their grip on power. They're so in love with the power, they don't want to lose their grip on power. And so they stop at nothing to shut someone down who poses a worthwhile defense against them. Because if you bad like that, Jay-Z, go with this same vigor and deal with Ramir Satterwhite, your son. And the other girl who got the DNA test from, I think it was your grandmama and your cousin, and was proven that she was your child. And so you quietly bought her a house and you pay her a little money to stay quiet. You think we don't know? We just know. We know. You could go on with all your things, but trust me, nothing is a secret. You ever see in the Bible it says, those who have eyes to see and ears to hear? Me. You think it's a coincidence? My mother doesn't even know where she got the name. I've asked her over and over again. You see me on my channel saying, Mommy, where'd you get this name? I don't know. My name means gift of God. Let me tell you the stats on people that survive gunshot wounds to the face and head. Only 5% of people shot in the face and or head survive. And only 3% have any cognitive abilities. That means the other 2% are brain dead or vegetables. They're in a vegetative state, no cognitive abilities. So not only am I brilliant, not only am I a godsend, I'm a miracle. Boo-boo, you would have to know God is all the way in my life, because how else could I survive a gunshot wound smack dab in the face, still be of sound mind and body? I ain't got my lashes on today, but damn it, I'm 54 and I look mother effing great. Okay? Great. I don't care what you or anybody think. I look magnificent. For a 54-year-old woman who sustained a gunshot wound to the face 25 years ago, when many people connected said, she's not going to make it. She lost too much blood. She's going to be unalived. And I am here 25 years later, still digging out him side, still giving it to him, still advocating for those, the least of these, who don't perceive themselves to have the ability to self-advocate, especially in the way that I do, with the tool bag that I have. See, I know all the tactics they use. I know all the playbook because I lived it. So while you're sitting over there with your faceless TV and your weird song that's out of beat, and your friggin' shark, dolphin, whatever the F that is, disrespecting actual victims, what reason would you have to call me a buck shuffling coon? What reason? What? Y'all hold on a second. The dopest mod is calling me. Let me see what she's trying to tell me. I didn't even know my sister was in the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm hot. I want to drink my tea, but it's in this insulated cup, and baby, it is going to scorch my lip because this is true insulation. And here's the thing. Y'all know me. What do I always say? I don't have beef with anybody on the internet. I'm not that type of person. But me and you, TicketTV, we got beef. Brooklyn beef. And I mean that. I didn't know my sister was in the chat. Hold on. You have no right to disrespect me. You had no right to disrespect me in this process. I am the only tangible person with a dog in this fight. I'm the only tangible person with a dog in this fight and proof of what is taking place. You know how many times my tire was blown out on my BMW with run flats that don't blow out? Run flats. To where the guy that was fixing my tires was like, yo, do you have a crazy baby father? Somebody trying to take you out. What do I have to lie for? I tell you, they broke in my house 2 weeks ago. They didn't take anything. They moved a heavy old chair. This chair is heavy as all get out. It's a vintage chair into the middle of my driveway, into the middle of my garage, because I park in my garage every day. I back in and out. I had just left to take my daughter to school. I came back, couldn't back in because a chair is in the middle of my drive, in my garage. They wanted to let me know. So if they did that to me 25 years later, what you think they doing to Jane Doe? And she ain't no Brooklyn Tegareg, and she ain't Caribbean. Because, baby, I will fight a man. I will fight a man and have. And have. God rest my best friend from back in the days. God rest her soul. Her baby father attacked her. and started beating her, baby, I jumped on his back, choked that nigga out. His homeboy was on the couch laying down talking about Marlon, talking about mind your business. You need to come on to the people in business. I said, no, I'm not coming out. Get your hands off of her. And everybody in that house was older than me. I jumped on his back and was choking him out. Eventually, he let her go. He then got me off of him and started, he was mad, but he started laughing. And he said, and you know what he said after that? And listen, her choice was to stay with him. That was her choice. I love my friends. If you love it for yourself, if you like it for yourself, I love it for you. But I'm going to always stand with my people because that's who I am as a woman. When he got me off his neck finally, and they got past that, he came to me one day and he said, yo, I just want to tell you, I'm sorry. You are a real one. I never met nobody like you. I never seen a woman jumping in a fight and fight. I said, because you're not going to put your hands on my friend like that. I don't care if that's your baby mother. You're not going to do it. And I'm not going to stand by and watch it. And I said, Marlon, if you think that guy's your friend, you're a fool. That guy will let somebody take off your head back in the street. He see you attacking your woman and he won't even get up off the couch and say nothing. And as Caribbeans know, in my catch your yard, and he won't even say, yo, brethren, allow her not, leave her alone. Beating her up for your own wrong. Shout out to Miss Kia, baby, for the super chat. She said, peace and love. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it. Let me drop the link. I don't appreciate this, man. I don't appreciate this. I'm just out here trying to do this good work. I don't appreciate nobody besmirching my integrity and my character, calling me names and all that. And wrong and strong. Wrong and strong. Why is it not copying? Hold on. Copy. Wrong and strong. With not a dog in the fight. You're just a content creator. Y'all, let me say something to some of y'all content creators. Y'all out here on YouTube thinking y'all is superstars and celebrities and all kind of stuff. People be trying to tell me, oh, you're a celebrity. I'm not no celebrity. I'm Natanya. I'm the dopest nerd. I'm a content creator. Totally different thing. I don't want to be a celebrity. I'm not seeking celebrity status. That is not in my purview. I want to continue to come here and interact with the good people of the world. I want to spread this good message. I want to advocate for those who are the least of these. I want to represent. I want to fight the good fight, continue to speak of God's goodness and bring I'm a disciple of Christ. I want to bring other people to the kingdom. That's what I want to do. That's what you could call me, a disciple. I'm not out here trying to be nobody's celebrity. YouTubers is out here like, imagine you out here talking about celebrities, but you jockeying for their spot. But we see their spot is raggedy. What are you jockeying for? What are you really jockeying for? You out here thinking y'all is a bunch of celebrities. You ain't no celebrities. And all of this is we are the digital version of Uber. People can drive Uber and take people from one location to the next. And we give people information and we sit at home digitally and make money. You ain't no celebrity. Come on to your bomba cloud. Mind cloud.
Hello, Natanya.
And shout
hello,
out to
Judge.
I'm hot out here in these YouTube.
I know. I am so. I just want to come and say I'm so sorry.
Disrespectful. He played with the wrong one. And listen, hold on.
Yeah.
Maggie, I'm glad you're here.
Hold on. Let me give y'all the squat. You got
I'm
right
sorry.
And the wrong mother effing day.
I know. I'm sorry.
Kendrick.
No.
That's my Super Bowl. You got the right one in the wrong day. TicketTV.
Let's give Natanya a second because I think it's time that we let her in on what we've been working on in the backdrop.
Yeah.
I've been walking this walk for 25 years with integrity and respect, never disrespecting anybody.
Absolutely.
Natanya, unfortunately, I don't think you realize what you just did. You did something that I've been wondering about for quite some time. You got ticket to jump out of pocket.
Yep.
But I always do. Just like I got Puffy to jump out of pocket.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
It proves one thing. Now, I was at that live, but I'm traveling. I'm in the desert. I lost signal, so I wasn't able to be in the chat. If I had seen what was going on, you already know. I don't play
Only a
about you.
buck shuffling
Listen to
coon.
me. I don't play about you. But the last thing that I
Oh,
said to Odell,
Natanya, I'm sorry.
the
I'm
last thing that I
sorry.
said to Odell
I'm
was when I
sorry.
heard the way he was misrepresenting your name and then discrediting your commentary and pumping up Andy. I saw the play and I was really hoping that that was all he was going to say. And now I get service back and here I am seeing you. I've suspected that Ticket TV was a plant doing controlled opposition now for the past 5 months.
Because he talks out of both sides of his mouth. He modulates every day.
Which is why I
Stay
accepted his
cursing
rib.
people out. Stay cursing everybody out. Soon as somebody say, I don't like the guitar the guy was playing. You punk ass nigga. Why are you acting like that? Are you 10? Are you a petulant child? Grow up. You are content creators. Everyone's not going to agree with you. What is this love fest that insecure people need? Maggie, you know, when people talk about me, you always look out for my interests. Jag always look out. Maggie will reach out to me and say, Natanya, I just want to let you know, such and such said this. What do I always say, Maggie?
You always tell me it doesn't matter. What's the
I said, I don't care. This is not a love fest. They're entitled to say what they want.
exactly. It doesn't matter. But what
Fine.
happened today? What happened today?
Was out of
Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm.
You buck shuffling coon. Get your hungry nigga ass out of here. What?
Mm-hmm,
What's
mm-hmm.
it all about me?
No,
I grew up
no.
Pan-African. I grew up representing for black people. My stepdad was a friggin' Black Panther. You call me a buck shuffling coon like I'm
Natanya,
insulted.
what happened was done for this reaction.
I'm pissed off. I don't like it. No.
But I want you to hear what I'm telling you right now in this moment. This was done intentionally for the reaction that you're giving right now.
Well, I ain't finished cooking, baby. It's Thanksgiving.
I know.
I'm making a 22-course meal on your behalf.
The problem is that you don't understand the play. So let's put everybody in on the play. Everybody knows I'm loyal to you. Everyone knows I stand for you, with you.
Absolutely.
Everyone also, including Ticket TV.
And I proclaimed it yesterday on my live. I said, I started out my channel saying, I want to say unequivocally, I stand with my sister Jaguar Wright, and I don't care what nobody say. That's how I opened my yesterday.
I know.
That's how I opened yesterday.
And today, what Ticket did to you was your punishment for doing that.
Little do he know, can't nobody punish me. My mama couldn't punish me. That's why I got the vocabulary I got. She got tired of whipping my behind. She got the dictionary and said, learn these words. And whatever word I ask, you better know. He ain't ready for me.
Unfortunately, Ticket, you made a grave mistake in the information war.
Unequivocally.
You went too hard. But for you...
You breaking up a little, sis.
No, what Ticket TV did to you, Natanya, to you, is unacceptable and disgusting. They keep on acting and trying to take down our black symbol because we don't have that many that are not corrupted.
There you go. There you go. And here's the thing. He sat there and watched Andy's entire thing. Andy will always, when he has you on his show, put your channel up. You know, Natanya, she's always over here with us, the dopest nerd. Go subscribe. Many people, shout out to Andy and his channel. Many people came between yesterday and today. Hey, I came from Andy. I came from Andy. I came from Andy. Many people. I was like, glad to have you. Thank you so much. I went to Ticket today because my shout out to Locke, the dopest mod, said, I need you to know she will always peep me what's going on. And I said, oh, he was talking about me on Andy yesterday. I said, oh, wow. I said, well, you know, it's getting the reach that it needs. And I looked at it as it's getting reach. It's bringing people, bringing eyes. But then when I looked, she sent it to me. I said, wait a minute, I'm on the thumbnail? And that's another thing, you little scallywags out there. I notice y'all like to do that. Whenever y'all put me on a thumbnail, you like to capture it where I'm like, mouth open, looking crazy. Get out of here. Listen, I love
They
the
do it to me all the time. They even AI and edit my photos.
dirty. I love the skin I'm in. You can't insult this.
See all of this.
You can't come for this melanin. I love me. I don't care what modulation of my face you make. I got
even when you were powwow, you're still look at you. Look at you. Look at Jaguar. Look at you. Strength, black excellence, black beauty. This is what I see. What they did to you is disgusting.
It was very nasty.
Yes, good job, TicketTV. You can fucking read.
I was playing with him when I said, "Hey, Ticket, you owe me an apology. Where's my apology?" I didn't come.
You know what I felt bad about up until I felt bad about him. Well, no, because I felt bad because he kept calling Kadisha Katie Shaylin. And you know, I used to say that and I had to correct myself and I apologize for blaming it on racial profiling.
He ain't hooked on no
because as an American, honey, but he did. And he kept on calling her Katie Shaylin. And I'm like, you can't.
But that's the thing. You want to be a public figure that speaks for a living. You are generating revenue for speaking. At least come to this mug with some practice and some rules to the game and some intellect and some integrity towards what we're doing. When I show up to this thing,
Natanya, your average. I know, Natanya, but now you sound like my Odell. You act like everybody cares about the same things you do.
Well, you're right. I'm 100% aware that they don't. But here's the thing. I've watched this man modulate based on who dropped a legal. He even at the end of the thing, why wouldn't you sign the declaration? You made a declaration. Why would you dummy? Because her legal name is not Jane Doe, and you cannot sign a legal document in another name. But you a clown, so you don't know these things. You don't know. You don't know. You steady always trying to drag someone. Instead of showing up as a grown black man, isn't he a former NFL or NBA or something? Instead of showing up like a grown black man with integrity, you stay trying to drag. And there's a whole trope out here of men who hate women. I see you guys out there talking all your buku-ish when you came from a vagina. You gestated.
Very misogynistic.
You gestated for 9 months in a womb. You entered this world through the infinite portal of portals, a vagina, and have the audacity to hate from whence you came. Hate from whence you came. You only know the usefulness of women because we serve a purpose that keeps you out of a certain designation. If you completely disavow women, you belong to the alphabet mafia. And you know I'm not. It's the only thing you think we value. That's the only value you think we have. But what you got the right one on the right day, boo-boo. Not me. Not me, I'm Lord Clark. This is my life. I have something erstwhile and substantive to add to this discussion to protect Jane Doe.
Exactly.
I have a whole 25-year blueprint
yes, you do.
that can save her mother effing life.
Yes.
What's mad about that?
That's what they don't want. That's what they don't want.
And you don't
listen
want
to me.
From someone whose name literally means gift of God.
Look at this whole lawsuit business. Look at this Ariel business. We tried to tell them about Ariel. We tried to tell them. I've been saying for months. She is the wrong lawyer for this Ashley. She is the wrong lawyer. Who got her with her?
See, you know how many people have criticized me? Little comments here and there. Oh, you're supposed to be a woman guy, but you said blah blah blah. You said blah blah blah. Listen, I say what I know, and before I come to talk, I always say, Father God, direct my lips. And I was on the phone with Locke all morning. I was like, oh, I said, she was like, get it out, Eb, get it out, because I was so angry how he was treating me, so angry how disrespectful he was being. It's not a love fest. He doesn't have to like me. But you're not going to drag me down to the ground and then literally an hour after you drag me down to the ground, make a new post and read an entire legal declaration that says everything I said. I said she was protected under the anonymity of being a Jane Doe, to communicate with her through using private investigators becomes an arm, an extension of an officer of the court. You went without her having the benefit of legal protection. Not the least of which is her dog was barking, which tells me that the dog denoted danger. And he was protecting his owner. Not the least of which is the woman has seizures. She has traumatic brain injury. And she has PTSD, along with intellectual disabilities. So she is not going to be on par like someone else would be in having the acuity to answer their questions and give them erstwhile responses. Me, I tell you about your mother's underparts. And I wouldn't answer the door by myself. Me and Lottie would answer the door. Lottie's with me by my side. Lottie's sitting right here. We would answer the door and you wouldn't be asking me no questions. You wouldn't have no audio to say, this is her. We live in an AI time. Why y'all so gullible? The amount of people online talk about, I like your residuals remix. We've been waiting for your boy. I said, are y'all this gullible? Really? What's wrong with us? Why are we so gullible? A woman who had a 25-year walk after getting shot in the face by an assailant that she watched do it. And his compadre that's still lying after 25 years. I was the fall guy. Switching his fucking accent as he sees fit. Hiding behind, if you was the fall guy, ninja, just say he shot him. Because you already admitted, in my documentary, I have you on tape saying, yo, when I seen that kid reach for his gun, I pulled my gun and I shot him in the shoulder. I have it. It's on my channel. It's on my YouTube. It's on my TikTok. It's on my IG. It's on my Facebook. It's everywhere. Because he forgot. See, liars forget. But remember, it's like when you see a woman with a feathered haircut and blue eyeshadow. They say when people get stuck in a time warp, they are stuck at the period of their life where they felt the flyest. While I have continued to progress in life, my mind is mentally stuck on December 27th, 1999. Because it was forever lived in infamy and changed the entire trajectory of my life. Every subsequent thing that has happened after that has been from a playbook of demons trying to keep their position. Yep. I'm going to say it like I said it before. I was a sacrifice. There is no way that I was shot December 27th, 1999 by Puffy, and he had 9 people die in a stampede December 28th, 1991. The likelihood that you have 2 traumatic events 9 years apart, a day apart, is unbelievable, unless it is planned and structured. In order for them to elevate, they have to draw blood. I'm saying it. I don't care who don't like it. You know, I'm like it. Come and see me and fucking lie. Come see me. I'm tired of the fakeness of this world. Y'all fakers. There's some fakers out here. I'm tired of it. I walk by God. I walk by faith and not by sight. Me no fear no blood clot, man. I don't fear anybody. God has brought me here. He didn't bring me here to just bring me here. He brought me here as a gift to the world. Gift of God. To root up evil and open it out to the world. And what you're not going to do is call me out my goddamn name. My father, rest in peace, is the only one that could call me Natasha. And he gone. So act like you know. TicketTV, Mr. Not Smarter Than a 5th Grader, Mr. Raggedy Can't Pronounce Nothing, Mr. Ain't Hooked on Phonics, Mr. Can't Get Right. That's your new name. Can't Get Right TV.
His objective today, now that
you sound intelligent, you sound like a bumbling idiot. You
was objective
all kind of names. You're the one, and they had the audacity to imitate me and talk about, yo, son, I could do her voice. Yo, son, Jimmy, son, you ever heard me talk like that, you dummy? I'm a fucking scholar. You've never heard me articulate like that, ever. I have people that
I haven't seen it. I gotta go see it. I'm hearing this for the first time now.
God. He's mocking me. Yo, son, I could take it down south. What you talking about, shouting and all that? What? Are you dumb? Ain't nobody ever heard me sound like that. I ain't never been the, yo, I'm saying, though, boo. I have never. You know what type of
No.
stuff I
Let-
do?
Can I say something right quick?
Go ahead.
Please. It's not that Natanya deserves an apology. She should have never been disrespected in the first place. This isn't about an apology. And I think everybody just needs to take a second to get past your emotions and look at what happened. Natanya said that she was going to stand by me no matter what, as Kadisha Lynn was putting up the video showing all of the legally obtained documents that proves there was no way that I could have done what they said I did in that lawsuit, even though there's a campaign on X right now where people are using when I was being transferred in extradition as the excuse to try to make me still eligible for something that I did not do and could not have physically done. Natanya says she's going to stand beside me. She sits with Andy. She starts exposing the intimidation that's being done to not just a survivor, not just a victim, but a woman with a mental disability that they call autism. As the mother of an autistic child, because my son Sam is autistic, regardless of what his dad says, he is. He just fought the diagnosis because he didn't want anyone to think that our son was different when he was, and there was nothing wrong with that. Autistic people are some of the smartest people in the world I've ever met. They're amazing. I call them God's designer babies because
Absolutely.
they're able to do all of the things that normal, average human beings
You
can't
do.
do in seconds. Unfortunately, most autistic children were forced to grow up in homes with ignorant people
That's
who
right.
did not alter their mindset so that it could cater to the child that they had, which is why I always tripled down on Sam's artistic abilities because I knew his art would speak clearer and louder than his words ever could. Sam's words would get tied up and jumbled upon being pressured. That's why I took the misdemeanor charge the first time in 2016 because I knew how damaging it would be for him if he had to get on stand and testify to what was actually going on in his childhood between his mother and father. And I thought that him going to trial and being forced to testify would psychologically
Yeah.
hurt him more than anything. I got the charge reduced down to a misdemeanor so that I could get my passport back and do my concert in Hong Kong. And guess what? They turned around and charged me with the same thing again anyway. And that's why I opted not to come up with the $15,000 because my bond was $150K for a non-violent, unprovable crime.
I need to say something.
Yes,
There is a reason why you and Natanya are the reason I am on YouTube right now full time. Because the gaslighting that you have to endure every day for 20 more years and people acting as if it's not so blatantly in our face.
I know.
Going after Natanya this way.
For because she said she would stand beside me and they
Exactly.
knew that the evidence was coming. So Ra's
Exactly.
al Ghul
But then
called up
take
one of his
something so
so Ra's
horrible.
al so Ra's al Ghul called up one of his faithful controlled ops and said, make it hurt.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, I know that's what
And here's
happened.
what they don't know about me.
He didn't come after you on his own. Someone
Listen,
called him and told him to.
I believe
And
that's the
Ticket,
truth.
now that you played yourself this way, you've left me no choice. I'm going to be forced to take all the evidence that I've been gathering against you, proving your controlled opposition stance over the
I
course of
know
the
you will.
past 5 months, including the day you tried to go after me. But I got in that chat. It was right around the time you gave me the wrench. I guess you thought that would guarantee that it would give you the ability to be able to spy on me in real time, to be able to make me feel like I trust you. Do you think you're the first? You know everyone else that came before you, right? Real Life, Hip Hop Uncensored, Storm Monroe. Like, you.
While I was a survivor, I've also been an activist. My daughter has a nickname for me.
I
She
know.
calls me Barbie. She calls me Barbie because she said, "Who has done more things than you? Who has done more things and achieved more in their life than you, mommy? My God." So let me tell you what I've been doing while I've been. This was April 28th. You see my picture down there that says "Having My Say"? Having My Say was my record. What? Excuse me, my talk radio show here in Atlanta. You see the lady above me, Fonnie Willis, our district attorney.
Yeah.
I was doing actual panel discussions with a whole host of people. What you don't know is in the new city of South Fulton, when they created the city of South Fulton, which is considered the blackest city in America, all of the different legislators had to come up with their own kind of piece of legislation that would be their inaugural piece of legislation on the books. And so Mark Baker, who was a councilman and became the mayor pro tem, said, "Wow, I'm thinking of something. I need to have something that's my legislation." I used to sit in Starbucks by my house all the time and work. You know, I like the environment, get my coffee and all of that. And I knew Mark from lots of active things around the city.
Yeah.
I literally said to him, we sat down, he was like, "Yo, I need some help." I said, "Why don't you decriminalize marijuana for our community so that our children can continue to get their education and not be stopped by something that all of their parents and all the adults around here have done as well? Why don't you decriminalize?" He was like, "Wow." He then said, "All right, I need you to help me write the legislation." I helped him over about a 2.5-month period write the legislation. And then he impaneled I sat on the panel. It was me, Marvin Arrington, who was a city councilman as well as an attorney and the son of a famous judge. Superior Court Judge, her name just slipped my mind. I could see her in my face. An epidemiologist from the CDC, the dean of
Latanya, ticket is in the chat.
Get your raggedy ass out of here, you buck shuffling coon. Well, I'm gonna suck you with my blood clot. How we are doing here? How we are blood clot doing? You don't call me a buck shuffling coon and block me? Let me send you the same thing. Well, I'm gonna suck out your with my blood clot. How dare you come in here? You the buck
You made a mistake, ticket.
You punk bitch.
You made a mistake. A big mistake.
Your audacity to bring yourself here. Because they ran and told you good. The audacity. I helped from 2015 till now. You know how many black young men and women was able to get federal funding to go to school because they were not disqualified for applying for federal funds because of having weed, getting caught with a blunt or a bag? Like millions of people. Clinton said, "I smoked, but I didn't inhale." Millions of people have done it. But they pray. I'm not about that talk. I'm about that action. I sat on a panel with epidemiologists, 3 Superior Court judges, about 7 of them were PhDs. I sat on a panel with an esteemed guest of people. And then we sat on a panel. We had to do that the first night. And then the second night, it went before the legislation. And they had the entire meeting and all of the community came out and they were legislating whether or not they were going to pass this into law. And the powers that be in the council were against it. And when the room was standing room only for hours, they left it to one of the last things. They didn't want to put it on the table. And when I saw that it was losing, I put myself on the line. I stepped forward and I said, let me tell you about a woman. And I started to tell this story. I said, she's a business owner. She's a property owner. She's a mother of children. She's this, that, I told the story. And then I turned and I told the entire story. She endured a gunshot wound to the face. They tried to dope her up on all type of psychotropics and all type of control meds that left her lethargic. I told the whole story. And then I turned around and I looked at the audience and said, because they were saying, oh, people that smoke weed are going to bring down our neighborhood and all this. And I turned around and I said, do I look like a degradation to your community? I was well suited, booted, and extremely articulate. Everybody stood up and started clapping. I didn't even know. A few people tried to talk to me afterwards, and then it passed and became a law. A few people tried to talk to me afterwards, but I needed to get home to Nirvana. I had stayed out late enough. I left her home. I got home to Nirvana. I didn't see him for another 2 weeks. He walked up to me and said, hey, big city. And I was like, hey, Showtime. And I said, what are you calling me that for? He was standing outside talking to some people. He said, you have been all over social media. I said, what are you talking about? He said, they've been writing stories about you and everything. You saved the legislation. They talk about the woman. Of course, you know, people with their hearing, they was like, oh, she was addicted to control medication. I never said I was addicted to. I said I had a dependence because they put you on Valium. I had a
It is created to put you in.
I was in so much pain. I had gunshot wound. I still have 9 bullet fragments. I had seizure, swelling of the brain, post-traumatic stress disorder, social anxiety disorder, a host of medical problems, a laundry list of medical issues, too long to list. You know what saved me?
What?
So that
there
I
you go.
Cognitive to go to my kids' football game and still clap for them and cheer for them, to be in their lives, to be aware, to cook, to take care of my household, to take care of my family and work. And I didn't really smoke like that. Every so often, just to get through the pain, because I didn't do this to myself.
No.
I am watching in real time what they're trying to do to Jane Doe. I know the playbook. This girl is not built for these monsters. See, I'm from where they from. We all from New York.
Exactly.
Me, Puffy, and Jay-Z, we the same age. We all the same age. I'm 55 this year. They already turned 55. We from the same, and I'm Caribbean. This girl ain't built for that. She's far younger. She's from upstate New York, which we call Canada, and a different time. Not the least of which is, does she have the support to protect her in the face of what she's facing? Is this the road no. She was a young, impressionable girl who wanted to be around stars. You got grown people on these YouTube streets wanting to be around stars right now. Still, when we know what they do. I'm trying to save this young lady, to save her life and her mind so that she can get justice and it doesn't take 25 years. And this is what I'm getting. Other people want to come out here and disrespect me and drag me for filth and call me out my name. I'll be damned. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm going to speak louder and advocate for her even more because I know the playbook. She needs to know that there's somebody out here who can understand and empathize, not just sympathize, but empathize firsthand with what she's going through. I know the weight of having the force of somebody along the lines of a Puffy on your back. It ain't nothing nice. I know what it looked like for your peoples to betray you. I know what it looked like for your peoples, who's your bona fides, that say they love you, to walk around and go buy themselves a Sean John coat. I know what it feels like while you're healing with the gunshot wound for your peoples to be on the early days of social media at the Bad Boy and the Family Reunion tour. And everybody texting you saying, yo, I seen your peoples at Bad Boy. What's up with that?
How do you think I felt about everyone that stayed loyal? How do you think I feel after everyone that was loyal to Rock Nation turned on me? Like, I don't think people don't want to believe that this is how these people operate. They don't want to believe it. People forgot what happened to your face with a Versace dress, and that woman just left somebody else to just die somewhere.
Yep.
Maybe that makeup artist would still be alive.
A hairstylist. I heard about, because that's how they elevate. Somebody has to, the blood has to spill for them to elevate. I don't care what nobody think. I'm saying.
Well, I guess a hairstylist will get you more than a pigeon in Central Park.
In Central Park. Mm-hmm. Boom. Here every Thursday. Mm-hmm. See, this is people want to play with people's real lives. This is my real life. I am
Natanya,
triggered because I know what Jane Doe is going through.
just like I'm triggered because I know what happened to Angie Stone, and I'm sick and tired of everybody playing in my face
Another
about
discussion.
it.
Yes, that is another discussion we need to have. But see, he played himself. I always say, I'm the last one to react. I'm the last one to react. Okay? There was a time where I was trigger hair like a firecracker. As soon as you light me, bow, I catch you right before you can put me on the floor. But with wisdom and with this kingdom walk, I've expanded my mind and how I want to exist and present in this world. I am a disciple of God. I'm God's disciple. I am here to bring souls to the kingdom. I'm steadfast. In fact, I was dealing with a business deal recently, a very important business deal. And so help me God, one of the guys I was talking to, I calls him MAGA Russell, was giving me the very, who do you think you are? You need to reacquaint yourself with reality mentality, giving me that vibe. And I kept saying, well, listen, I don't listen to man. I listen to God. I said, I have proof that God believes in me in such a way that he is going to do supernatural abundantly above all that I could ever ask. I said, he's already proven it to me time and time again. Oh, well, I'm telling you, I've worked in this field forever and it doesn't happen. Reacquaint yourself with reality. It doesn't happen. I said, well, let me tell you about man saying something can't happen. 25 years ago, I was shot in the face and they said, it can't happen. I'm not going to survive. I lost too much blood. I said, but here I sit 25 years later speaking to you. You can't tell me about what man says. I don't move by what a man says. I move by what God says. I said, and I'm telling you it will be done. He said, I guarantee you it won't. Guess what? That thing that he guaranteed me it won't be done, I had that thing cleared 2 days later. He was livid. And so you know what he did? He dragged my file because he was so angry. He said, how is it possible? It doesn't make sense. There's no way it could be cleared. Baby, I keep telling you about the supernatural goodness of the Lord. Why won't you come? Won't you join us? It's no point in fighting against God. You can't win that fight. Your arms are too short to box with God. Okay?
Natanya, you should know just as well as I know, from Gog to Magog, they will outnumber the grains of sand on the beach. Those who go to fight against God one last time before New Jerusalem is laid. We ain't got to explain to
100%
people who don't want to believe the truth. They're dead anyway. Let's be honest.
You're right, but I want to give a chance to those who are unbelievers or those who don't know
Listen
to
to
call
me.
and join us at the last minute.
Those who they'll find you. Find you. It's what? For those that you don't run into, we'll make sure they come to the right place.
And y'all forgive me for the
Let us
frowniness.
be your congregation now. No,
Oh no,
let us be
you
your
have the
congregation
right.
now.
You have
You
the
have
right,
earned
Natanya.
the right to cut everybody out, including us right here and now. Which brings me back to the point that I was trying to make about tactics. See, this was a 3-point trifecta play. Everybody knows our relationship.
Mhm.
Everybody knows I modded tickets. We drop his link all the time. We almost drop his link as much as we drop yours. See, there's no way he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, he
For
knew.
real, for real.
Well, he knew I was the
But
dopest
this is
nerd.
the thing.
He knew I
This
was
is the
Natanya.
thing. They really don't think we're people of God. You know that, right? You know they think we're all fakes, we're all phonies. We're just using this God is a hustle, God is a scam because it is for all of them. You know how projectors work. Let's be clear about this. This is how it was supposed to go. Normal world, YouTube land status. He
But
was
here's
going
the
to do
thing
what
for
he
them.
did. Listen to me. Listen to me. He was going to do what he did. I was going to be in the chat. He was going to go at you and force me to either turn against and defend you or put me in a bad situation. Then the rumors were supposed to be Jag knew Ticket was going to do that to Natanya. So
Mhm,
Natanya would no longer want to stand by her sister to
mhm,
force me to have to make a choice that isn't a choice. I don't know that man. What I do know is that he had some pretty decent information, too good sometimes
mhm.
for him to be
Touche.
so to for him to be such an amateur commentator. I'll say it that
I'm an
way.
amateur reader, and I don't.
When you're an when
I
you're
had
an
to
amateur
try to be
commentator, when you're an
but
amateur commentator, you don't appreciate the laws of true communication. I just had an argument about this with somebody yesterday. Just because you don't have respect for language doesn't mean I don't. And when you come to me, you bring me language I can understand. Otherwise, I'm going to talk to you like you're crazy because you sound crazy.
absolutely,
That's just how that works.
absolutely.
So
And I'm a
once again,
everybody that
I
knows me, I'm a
had an
speaker of
issue. No,
language.
but see how I knew it was control opposition, how I knew it was a straight subliminal troll move is when he kept going between Natasha and Natalia.
Mhm. And that's what
What
they do
the
when they try to
fuck?
antagonize me. But
That's
what
what they do. No, he's not the first content
I
creator
know.
that I've heard
Listen,
use that
and I see them
combination,
in I see them in
which
my chat
means
too.
which means he's parroting people.
Yep.
And the only way you're parroting people is if y'all are exchanging information
We're
or you're
working.
copying it.
Right.
Either way, it's all done with dubious means.
That's right.
So let's
It,
not get that. This was a play
it
to
was.
drive a wedge between Natanya Rubin and Jaguar Wright.
I
This was a
literally
play.
posted yesterday.
Absolutely.
Said,
Absolutely.
stand by my sister Jag, and I even and I add a caveat to it. It's on live, so people can go watch it. I said, shout out for Maggie for always willing to go deep and bring Earth's conversation and do the hard work. Go watch it. Go
Oh, and
watch it.
sweetheart, by the way, joy to the world. Natanya ain't the only one that gets cussed out for her friendships either.
What's going on? Joy's our girl.
There have been plenty of times I have been attacked. And do you know what people used to say to me? How stupid are you? You don't even know that woman. You're going to put your life on the line talking about that. You don't
Listen,
even know that woman. I said, I wish I did. I wish I did because she's a miracle.
and I thank you.
And now I do. And now people don't want me to. You know,
You
the
hear what Joshua
pressure.
Bortnick said? Ticket was praising Alex Spiro for being a superpower strategist. Yo, Spiro is a very stupid knocking transplant. Listen, he is a classic New York shyster. I said
Fixer,
this before in a
fixer, fixer,
Alex
a
Spiro,
fixer.
Ariel Mitchell, all of them are idiot.
but you know what it is? People always seem to buck up on me and then show their hand. I don't know
Yep.
what it is about me that makes it rubs. Here's something God deposited. I could tell you, I could see myself the day God deposited in my mind. Two things. He said, the hardest lessons learned are at the edge of a sword. For as you
Oh yeah.
recoil from the pain, it is indelibly marked in your brain. AKA, my sword was my gunshot wound. And the second thing he said, God said he will send people to be the sandpaper to smooth your rough edges. And I've
You
been
want to know
saying
how I know what you said
it
is true?
for a long time.
You want to know how I know what you said, the first
Mhm.
part of what you said is absolutely true? When I went to go see my son's corpse at the funeral home, the expression on his face, I knew exactly what he was thinking about when he died.
Mhm.
You so right.
It's indelibly marked in your brain and can't erase. It's
That
not
was
even just marked in
probably
your
the
brain,
most
it's marked
disciplinary
on your
hour of
spirit.
his life.
It's marked on your spirit. And it
It
can't.
is.
People always say to me, how are you able to do so many things? How do you know so many things? People said on the live the other night we did, they're like, Natanya, you're a genius. You are spitting facts verbatim off of your head for hours. How do you know all this stuff? Listen, that's why I keep telling people, I am not, I always say I'm a woman of God. I'm on my kingdom walk because all of this is not attached to my flesh. It's attached to my spirit. Every flesh house that my spirit embodied for hundreds of thousands of years, everything that they could do is still attached to the spirit. I can do all types of things. I speak things into existence, wow, and I do it. I literally look at stuff and said, I can do that. That's how I became a reupholsterer. Nobody taught me. I looked at something. I wanted a French provincial chair. I found one. It was old. I said, I can do that. They was like, no, you can't. Who taught you that? I said, nobody. My mind said I can do it. So I know I can do it. And then proceeded to open the most dopest reupholstery business and I reupholstered for all types of people, big and small, celebrities and all. It's a ton of celebrities with my furniture in their house. From my mind, I literally spoke it and said, I can do that. We all have that ability. If you're a child of God, the life and death comes from the tongue.
Yeah, well, you know, I wish some of them would speak it faster. We need to make room.
And I don't like to tear nobody down because, like I said, this ain't a love fest. People can disagree with me as the day is long. Where I draw the line is disrespect. You will not call me out my name. You will not disrespect me or not get away with it. Oh, you ain't gonna have no peace now. That was always one of my problems. I got that extra butt whipping because I couldn't stop. I would tell people, stop, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I would let me tell you how I resorted to it as an adult when people would just, because when you walk according to God's will and his way, the devil go find you no matter what corner you go in. He gonna seek you out and find you. And I would always tell people, especially when it was the devil, I say, listen here, listen now. I said, stop bothering me, leave me alone. God don't play about me. I said, you're gonna be telling us so. You know when they stop? When I finally say, now look, you're gonna be telling that story over breakfast with a black eye. You better stop. And then I've watched people in real time go and imagine themselves sitting there with a black eye telling somebody the story, and then they stop. Because they either say she's either about this hands, about that work, or she crazy. And either way, nobody wants to take a chance with those odds. I'm the odd taker.
Can I ask Maggie a question?
Oh, go ahead.
Maggie, this morning when we were in conference, did I say anything about TicketTV before all of this happened? Do you remember what I said about TicketTV before this terrible live happened?
You said, I am scared that they are control opposition. I hope it's not the case, but I am observing them because Jack and Natanya, you're always observing it. It's the fault of the trauma, of the environment, of God. People cannot look at both of you and not see God.
To God be the glory.
And I am sick
if I was
of
the devil,
looking at how much you are being gaslit.
If I was the devil, I wouldn't want us in cahoots.
Listen, I keep telling people, I don't even like to tell this story because y'all know me. I operate in humility. I might make a little joke here and there.
So do I. I should be so much cockier than I am.
If I was people, I wouldn't mess with you.
Natanya, before everything, this morning, me and Jack, we were talking, okay, when are you going live, blah, blah, blah. She started talking about this, and then 3 hours, poop, TicketTV come out. I was just like...
I don't like to tell people about someone who just...
Maggie, do you want to say it now or later?
Somebody that violated me and paid the price. I spoke, the people who are normal to my channel know. But God told me in October to have a party for my mother. October 2023, God said, have a party for your mother. I said, okay. I told my sisters, hey, let's have a party for mommy. My mother's birthday's in January. I said, let's have a party for mommy. First, they said they would help, and then they were like, no, we're not going to help. And I was angry with them because I couldn't understand. But somebody just gave me wisdom on that the other day. He said, because God said to you to have the party. He didn't tell your sisters nothing. He told you. And so a young lady who's a friend of mine, I was training her on taking her out on the road. We were all life insurance agents, and I was taking her on the road, but she was on a boot. She had foot surgery and she was on a boot. And I said, she was having a birthday party for herself and had already booked the location. And so she said, well, I booked the location. You can use the place I use. I said, well, let me see it. She showed me the IG. It looked aesthetically pleasing. I was like, yeah, but I don't like to book a place sight unseen. Pictures are one thing, but we know from the Bow Wow Challenge. He laid out them, it looked like big full-size bottles of liquor. And then when you saw the real picture, it was the little mini ones. So I don't walk by sight of what the internet say. I need to go tangibly look. So she said that she called the young lady. I spoke to the young lady. She said, hey, how's it going? Yada, yada, whatever. We talked. She said to her, I'll tell you what, since you're her friend and she's already booked with me, pay the deposit today to hold your date, since you short notice, and go look at the place. If you like it, you just pay me the rest. If you don't like it, I'll give you back your deposit. No problem. I said, perfect. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Gave her the deposit. Everything was all laughter and kiki cuckoo, all that. I went, I looked at the place. I was like, oh, this place is too small. You know, they used the fisheye lens, so it looked bigger. It was too small for the group of people we had. Plus, I know my mother's flow. You know your own mother. You know your mother will say, oh, this is nice. And your mother will say, well, why did you bother to waste the money? You know, you Caribbean parents, you cannot give them any old thing.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
So I said, this not going to work. I say to the young lady, okay, sis, I went to look. It's not going to work. Go ahead. She was like, I said, you can send it back to the same payment I sent you. She was like, I'm not giving you nothing. I said, what? I admonished her, please. God told me to have this party for my mother. This is my first fruit. This is the first fruit of what God told me to do. You are not going to fare well. Don't do this to yourself. Give me back the money. She called me everything but a child of God, like TicketTV. She thought she was clowning me, baby. She tried to clown me. She cut up. She performed. She even tried to put me on her Facebook. She performed. I told her, I said, baby, what you think you're doing is going to ruin your life. You better give me my money. She said, I said, you gonna feel, she said, show me better than you could tell me. I said, God don't play about me. She said, who you think you're supposed to be? Show me better than you could tell me. B. I said, okay. I said, okay. One of the last things I said to her was, you see that money you stole, that first fruit, what God told me to do for my mama? It's gonna burn a hole in your pocket and destroy your life. You're gonna burn a hole through your life. She was like, whatever, B. That young lady, 1 year, as a matter of fact, let me show you something. You see this? I felt my son was here for my other son's wedding, and he had to work because he works remotely, and he was sitting at my desk. He moved some things around, and this little Post-it fell. It said, move appointment with Alexandra's dad to 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and go to S for 145 Wednesday, 10/31/23. You see how this popped out? I don't know where this came from. This is the lady. Her father. After I booked with her, I told her I was a life insurance agent, and she said, oh, my dad needs life insurance. And I made an appointment. This is what I told you. October something, I met her. October 31st, I went to give her father a life insurance presentation. This thing popped out of nowhere. It was on my floor. I picked up and put it on my desk. I said, where did this come from? This girl is dead. 1 year to the day that I said that thing is going to burn a hole in your life and destroy your life. That girl, my girlfriend, sent me the funeral announcement. It's all over social media. It's all over IG. She sent me her funeral announcement 1 year to the day where I told her, if you don't give me back my money, God ain't going to play about it. God has already shown me in real time, many times, he doesn't play about me. He does not play about me.
I feel that, Tom, I feel that notepad that came out was a sign that someone is going to do the same thing again.
It had to be. So help me God, this popped out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
I took a deep breath and I said, oh my God, I didn't even throw it away because her name was on it. And I already feel, and I didn't do it. This was God. But the Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm.
No harm. I
Do my
say,
prophet no harm. God is not a man that he should lie. His word will not return to him void, and he shall not be mocked. Okay? I didn't wish no bad on her. I was telling her, I was trying to save her because I saw the blight coming her way. I knew God have shown me people do me dirty and he smacked them down in real time. Do you know a year later to the day, one day off of the last day I sent her the message, she was dead. One day off. Not only was she dead, unalived, she lived across town. Her business was across town. Her people live across town. They buried her 3 blocks up and around the corner from my house. Now, if that ain't a sign, I drove past her. I drove past her funeral and didn't even know it. Now, if that's not a sign, my name is Gift of God. Stop playing with me. I'm not saying this in no cocky way. I'm saying this in the most humble way. I'm saying, TicketTV, you got yourself a nice little channel over there. I know you do some numbers. Stay in your pocket and in your lane and leave God's property alone. Why are you coming to mess with me? Why are you damning yourself? You are cursing yourself. For what? Now, when something happened to TicketTV, here come the other YouTube goons. She's a witch. I told you she was a Haitian witch with a voodoo practicing whatever they call me.
yeah. You know, they say a lot of things, sister. Listen to me. They got this weirdo here in the chat. This, the Trevor Green. You know, I was assaulted. I was SA'd and almost my life almost taken. He was a Jamaican, you know, bad man from the Jamaican, you know what? And he held me hostage for a few days. Really did me dirty. I got away with my life. Yeah, but they see the trolls. They got a guy after I finally came forward with the story to clear it up because they tried to use that story to say that it was Jay-Z, and I told them what had actually happened. So then they invented this gaslighting troll to follow me around, so I keep seeing the man who essayed me and abused me in every chat I go to.
Don't let nobody be in this chat that's talking junk. If somebody's talking junk, peep me to it immediately because I ain't paying attention, and Locke be on it. But Locke is always on it. That's one thing I will say. But baby,
you want to know what's crazy? All of the content creators. Do you know content creators have actually brought that weirdo pretending to be my rapist up on panel to slander me?
Because
as if it's real.
We are in the kingdom. We are in God's time. We are in the age of Aquarius, and baby,
these people are stone nuts.
Listen, I don't know why. And it's and what it is the more they see you're victorious, the more it brings out the scallywags, the savages, the demons, the more they're clawing their way up. But you have no dominion. God ain't bring me here to just bring me here. Do
you remember that last fight scene from The Last Dragon when Bruce Leroy was going to showdown with Sho'nuff? And Sho'nuff brought him to the warehouse.
Yep.
And before he could make it to Sho'nuff, he had to fight every weirdo. Every weirdo. He had all of them. Remember the big fat white guy that was bouncing all over the place?
Hold on, Jaguar. Let me knock some wood because I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna blow your mind.
That's what YouTube is now.
Let me tell you something that's gonna blow your mind. It's ironic that you brought that up. I know Timok. That's Timok.
I know. I remember. I had the biggest crush on Timok.
I was in the movie Crush Groove.
I didn't know you were in Crush Groove. Crush Groove was one of my favorite movies.
When I tell you Nirvana calls me Barbie, there is so much that I've done. It almost sounds like fake. I've done so much. I know everybody. It almost sounds like fake.
You like me that way. I'm the same way. I've done everything.
I know Timok. So the fact that you brought up The Last Dragon and that he had to fight everybody.
Child, and then he put on that glow.
That ain't nothing, baby. That high pro glow. They don't know about
Ooh, girl, if you put on that glow,
bathing in my high pro
you
glow
got
light.
the glow.
I'm bathing in my.
You got the glow.
How did
Yes.
Trevor Green get back in here? Didn't I block him? What's going
Oh no,
on?
he came back on another account. Like they make
So it
multiple
says Trevor
accounts
Green.
with the same name so they can keep coming back. Yeah, that's what
Let me
they
tell
do.
y'all something. This is not the place for you to play. I am not the one for you to play with. Please don't come in here so with that the blood clot. Come in here, play them game there. Stop. Me
Ooh,
now. Play
child.
them game there. Don't come in here so with that.
Ooh, child. I think
Don't
they
do it.
get mad because I don't
Yeah,
get
that blood clot.
all that
Don't do it.
Yeah.
upset.
Now go make it
When
stop.
my mom starts
Now go make it in there.
talking Creole, you know that means business.
Yeah, I'm not playing with
Latanya
you
is
now.
like,
You
I'm
know.
talking.
Now go
Oh,
This
make
is
it
she
the
is.
stop.
She
language of
talking big
Come here with
whooping.
business.
that blood clot there. Me not in it a blood clot. I mean I play a ramp with
But
nobody.
I got a
Don't make
couple
me
of things I need to check up on, ladies. I hope you're gonna be here for a minute. If you're not, when I get back through, I'll assume that you'll be over there at Magic. So I'm on the lookout, but there's some things I gotta check out because I want to figure out who made that phone call to Ticket today so he can crash out the worst way possible.
so it's so short-sighted and stupid. Like you over there in your corner of YouTube making your money, mind yours. Do what you do and stay in
That's
your
how
corner.
you
That
know it
man
was
is so
him
Well, you
disgusting.
gotta
He is
taking
literally live at the same
orders.
time as you, saying, addressing Jaguar Wright and Natalia. Ooh.
He live right now?
but he
Oh,
called
yes.
me
And the
Natalia.
face again with the mouth open. Ah.
It's so
Oh,
corny.
you're a
It's so
bitch.
corny. I don't know why they
You're a
keep
bitch.
trying. It ain't gonna fare well for them. They'll be listen. I'm
You're a
He's
bitch.
actually live?
And they called her Natalia, and the title took a fucking ugly picture of her.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
okay,
that's
ticket,
okay
okay,
because I look
ticket, okay,
gorgeous.
That
ticket,
that
okay,
that
ticket.
just
You know
sounds
this.
like malicious intent.
Yeah, yeah, okay, ticket,
And
no
listen,
worries.
I'm the right one for them. I'm the right one
Do
for
you
them.
know what this is starting to feel like to me?
It feels like schoolyard antics.
Like two weeks. Like Marlena and Corey.
Oh,
It's starting
yes,
to feel
Marlena
like
and
that.
Corey. Hmm.
It's starting to give that. It's funny. Once you pull a troll, just that one thread, that whole garment just fall right apart.
And here's the thing, I don't bother. I tell people all the time, I don't start with nobody. I don't bother nobody. But baby, I've always known. My mama will tell you this has been my problem. When you come for me, that's it. When you start with me and you keep poking the bear, you keep poking the bear, you keep poking the bear, and then you hit my pinky toe, the one with the corn on it, that's it. All bets are off. I will not stop until I completely eviscerate you. I got many a butt whipping and stand in the corner and punishment because I don't stop. There's a guy named Paul right
I
now
remember.
from Brooklyn that could tell you how I don't stop. There's another guy named Mark who was my homie, but stepped out of line and played with me one day, and I do not play with people. I really want them to understand that. They have to understand that. And now I don't fight my own battles. Now, me and Lottie, but God got my back. I ain't even got to slap you. God gonna slap you so hard. Watch what the next story is on the internet. They're gonna be saying, "Oh my God, Natanya is either a woman of God or she's a witch." That's gonna be the next story on YouTube. Watch.
Oh yeah. Well, they gonna say it because they say I'm witch. So
Well, they've been saying I was a witch. Remember, what's his name said I'm a Haitian voodoo
guess what?
priestess?
I'm gonna tell
Donut,
you something
the
right
idiot.
now.
Hmm.
For $5, I can make you a witch. All of you for $5.
I'm muting for a second.
Give
Hold
me
on.
$5, I make you a
It's
witch right
fine.
now.
I am a witch too.
And guess what?
Wow.
Guess what? It's a scam. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're already witches. Because all witches are gossipers.
Wow. Oh, Ticket
That's what
TV.
witches
Okay.
do. They gossip.
Okay. Don't worry.
They
I'm gonna take you.
gossip.
Okay, Ticket
That's what
TV. It's
witches
all
do.
good.
They tell lies over and over and over and over and over again until they can try to make them sound true, feel true, get people to believe. How many YouTube content creators do that daily?
Wow.
That would mean you're all witches. That's what you do. And then you get your little virtual mosh pits and you have your virtual seance. and you sit there and repeat the same nasty things over again and over again. She's gonna die. She's gonna go to jail. She's gonna lose her lover. She's gonna lose her money. She's gonna do this. Those things aren't real. Those are the things that you're wishing for. And when you start wishing for those things, that makes you a witch. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Does everybody understand that part? That's what a witch
Yep.
is. That's what witches do. They chant and cast spells. How many of your favorite content
Yeah.
creators always say
You see
thing
what
in
this
threes?
says? You see what this says, Jag? Kat said he made a whole dedicated live for Jag and Natanya.
Yes,
what?
Go
I
against
sent you the pic. I sent
For
you the
what?
picture by WhatsApp
Oh, I
if
didn't
you
see
want to
it.
see it.
For what you
For
did.
what?
For
What
what
did
you
I
did.
do?
Go check the picture. I sent it to everyone.
No, but what did I do? What did we do?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You know how it works. I'm a fucking
No, I'm
But,
just
moderator.
trying to.
but here's what it is. What it is people, something about me always rubs people the wrong way.
Do
People,
you know Angie Stone used to say the same thing? She said there's just something about Angie B that y'all just can't take. When she first started doing her some, oh
rubs
my
people.
goodness, she used to say that. Rest in
And
soul, rest
people
her
with
soul.
malintent. It rubs people with malintent the wrong way. You
Listen
know,
to me. If it
I
don't
can have
apply, let
somebody
it fly.
try to come up against me and they'll be like, "Oh, you think you're talking down to me? Talking down to you, sir? I don't have the
No.
vocabulary to reach that low. I would never be talking down to you. I'm speaking to you. I said, you
Mm.
think that. I don't think anything about you.
No,
You
that's
think
just what stupid people say because they feel stupid and they think, you're making them feel stupid. No, you already felt stupid. How about that? Can't nobody make you feel
and rest
anything.
Angie Stone.
If you felt stupid by something I said,
Right.
it's because you're
You already
stupid.
and you believe that to be what you are. You can't cast that onto me. I'm not the
You'll
person.
sit up there and get mad at me for calling a spade a spade.
People be vexed. I'll be like, you're telling on yourself.
Sitting over there.
The truth doesn't need equivocation. It is what it is.
Do
All you
you
got to
want to
do is say
know
what you got to say.
why he's doing this? Because he's trying to figure out when I made it.
I literally opened my
He
life.
knows it now. He knows that I made it. He's
Yeah,
just trying to figure out when I
okay.
did. That's all.
And then you're a whole grown black man. You're an entire adult man. Go do something. Pick up a hammer now and go build some furniture or something. You're on
Well,
the internet friggin' dropping T and T and T. You're a
I
grown
just
man.
I
Go
just
do
find it
something.
interesting that I co-read his little attack this morning. I co-read that, didn't I?
Say it again. What you said?
I co-read him. I co-read it. You can ask Maggie. I knew he was gonna pull something. You want to know what else is funny? The day that the lawsuit came out, I couldn't stop saying ticket. I kept calling everybody ticket, didn't I, baby? I
That was
called paperwork ticket about 20 times.
that
I
was
did
God.
that. Listen here, ticket. And I couldn't get the name ticket out my mouth. Do you remember that day, Reggie?
Yes.
That
And
was
I said it was right before the lawsuit dropped because Ticket was one of the first people to run with that story. And what did I say, Maggie? I done said Ticket name so much, I know he talking about me.
and here's the
And
deal.
he was.
You can't always here's the deal. You can't always come with true facts if you're trying to always race to be the first one. Because sometimes a statement needs to be said and then there needs to be an auto correction. So if your whole thing is always trying to be the first one, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, you're not going to always get it right. You see me, I simmer on something. I let it come out. I say, hold on now. That don't pass my smell test.
Any
Let me
smart
simmer on
content
it.
creator would.
I simmer on it. I listen. And I knew, but let me tell you the one thing I
Do you
did
know what they need to change that breaking news to? Fake news, because that's what it is. If it's breaking,
listen.
it's fake. Period.
And
It takes time for
here's the one thing
details
I
to
did
come
rush.
together.
Here's the one thing I did rush to. And you know, Jag, I sent you a text message. As soon as I heard them talking about it, I sent you a text message. I said, sis, hold your head. I
I
said,
know. I know.
And the
I
first
didn't even
time I came back
respond.
on, I said, I stand with my sister unequivocally on this channel.
And they punished you for it today.
Here's what I hate. I hate a lazy, I don't like lazy journalism. I don't like stupid things. I don't like people who don't do true research and fact finding. Had you searched just the same way I went and looked up what's her name, and I see she is Ariel Elise kid, or Ariel Elise Mitchell. There's no kid in sight in her legal thing, and if she presents herself as Ariel Mitchell kid, okay, perhaps whatever. She's trying to, she knows people don't do research. We live in a world where people don't do research. They like face value stuff.
Wait a minute. You
That is
just
so true, Natanya. You know it.
And that's
Me
why
doing research is just like blowing their mind. I'm like,
listen to me.
read.
This is the thing. Y'all just stumbled onto the most important part of this conversation. People have a hard time believing why these content creators have no problem running with all of these lies. The reason why, folks, here it is. Here it is. Because they know you're too stupid to go and research and call them out on it.
They know people are going to take whatever they say and run.
They know how dumb y'all are. They count on it.
Do you remember in the beginning when people were like, oh, her father said he didn't pick up? I said, hold on. Did you hear or did you see a video? I said, cite, what's my favorite line? Cite your sources.
Period.
Sources. Who's the father? When did he say it? What proof do you have? People listen to anything, pick it up and run. They love to take a bone and carry a bone. I don't play that game.
You want to know what's sad?
My grandmother, God rest her soul, Vivian Amelia Mead, God rest her soul, they're behind me.
Oh, rest in heaven.
She said, watch the news and the news carrier. Watch the news and watch the news carrier. Watch what they carry to you. What is their objective? What do they want? What are they telling you that for? What are they trying to elicit from you? What are they trying to get you to say? I don't play those games. God rest her soul. She said, what? My grandmother was a wisdom dropper. My grandmother said, watch free. Free is the most expensive price you pay because it comes with conditions. Anytime anybody told you something was free, then they said, oh, no, you just got to sign up on this paper right here. Here, take this free. Oh, no, you just got to do this, do that. If I pay for something, I buy my shirt and I go. But that free thing, it got conditions on it. My grandmother dropped wisdom in me all my life. Shout out to Tanti Jan. Tanti Jan say night and day, say what you mean and mean what you say. I grew up, I cut my teeth on say what you mean and mean what you say. That's why I don't be talking out of time. That's why I don't call people out their name. That's why I don't overstep boundaries. That's why I don't rush to be the first at nothing on this internet. Because first, what is first? First is like the friggin', when they doing the award ceremony at school and you got perfect attendance. All you showing is that you a future friggin' thing for the man. They want to know who's such a sucker enough that you come to school every day no matter what. You think when you're an adult, they say, did you have perfect attendance in school? Oh, you didn't? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hire you for this job. No, we only take people with perfect attendance. If you got perfect attendance to the system that is miseducating you, then you ain't living. I will keep my kids out of school and say, let's go to the museum because I'm teaching you today. I will call and be like, oh, we're doing homeschool today. I am teaching them. I'm taking them to an exhibit at the museum. That's me. I'm not beholden to the status quo. The people that get perfect attendance and they think that's such a big deal. What's the big deal about that? You just letting the man know you his future slave. You'll be there every day, front and center. Yes, sir, master. What is we going to do today? I ain't know.
Like Rockefeller said, he didn't want a nation of thinkers.
He
wanted a nation of workers.
Mm-hmm.
I hate those people.
People really don't want to pay attention to what's going on.
They're also the same people that
but
got
there
the
is something that I would like to acknowledge.
They ain't never swung a bat. They ain't run to no base. Uniform is clean as the day they got it. Riding the pine, sitting on a bench. Ain't never did nothing, but they got a participation profile. They'll tell you when they grew up, oh, I was on the football team. You ain't got no story and no play when you caught the winning interception. No, because you sat on that pine bench. That's the perfect attendance participation trophy ass people of the world. The talkers, the ticket TVs of the world. Reading people's lawsuit so you can make yourself think you sound intelligent. And then every time you divert off the lawsuit, you sound like an old Tegareg ragamuffin in the street. Because I'm saying, nigga, blah, 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 and then cursing
Because
everybody
it's
out.
not his idea, Natanya. Because they aren't his ideas. Because he is controlled opposition.
Oh, listen, I could smell a rat. You didn't hear me talk yesterday on the live. I say when you're
You want to know him that make it make sense, him that Queen Shakur person. This is who they are. And if this is who they are, then in my opinion, I do believe they are government controlled allegedly. What I will say is this, and this is what I have to say to Ticket. When the whole Amisha story Fuller was starting to fall apart, which was largely due to my resolve and integrity, Ticket TV, oh, he had a time. Everybody that came through his chat that said she was lying.
Everybody that said what? I think you broke up, sis.
Jag?
It probably tapped out. She probably hit a thing spot.
Exactly. But Ticket TV was being weird since the beginning. And that's why I hate people who just read without understanding.
Yep.
I took hours reading the lawsuit of Ashley Param because I believe victim.
And you know what I always say to you, Maggie? You are always willing to do. We need you in this YouTube street because you go deep, you do the investigation, and you ask erstwhile questions. You don't just go for the surface thing. You know how tight you had those trolls on YouTube the other day when they were thinking they were insulting you and you were laughing? They were livid. People cannot stand when they trying to come at you and you don't fall for the okie doke.
I'm not a child.
You don't even react like this. What do I tell you all the time? You'd be like, Natanya, so-and-so said this. I'd be like, I don't care. They can talk about me. Who cares? Exactly. I could be flipping on people all over the internet, but I don't. But Ticket TV was intentionally disrespectful. And he came for me. Like they say, don't come for me unless I send for you, boy. Oh, yeah, I play with boy.
He's doing disinformation. He's trying to tarnish your name. It's one thing to go and say fantastical thing like you're a voodoo witch.
Oh, Locke
but coming and saying
look what Locke said. Locke said it is deleting all the comments and supporting Natanya and Jag. Well,
exactly. Exactly.
What do we owe this turn of events? My. Why me? Don't be special to me now. I don't have a love fest. I don't need everybody to be my friend.
He called you in his title Natalia.
And this is so Natasha.
It's such a clear disrespect. Yeah. You know that this man is a child.
But it tells me that there's demons attached because you don't want to say gift of God. See, whether you speak English or whether you understand the meaning, you know that I've said it too many times. I know you're watching me. I could tell. Remember, I always in my lives, I'd be like, oh, I can tell all of you that's watching me. I always say it in jest because I know they're watching me. I could tell by what they say. He literally had a live, called me a liar, told me I was wrong, as he said my name wrong, and then went on his very next live, not even a half hour later, and recited everything I said from the declaration. The declaration proved that I was right. I said it was ex parte communication because that's what ex parte communication is. But you have to be well versed in the law to know that. I make a joke on these internet streets all the time, and I say, I'm not an attorney, but I play one on TV. I wanted to be an attorney when I was younger. Ask Nirvana. I even said, Father God, are you forcing me to become an attorney? One of my girlfriends called me yesterday with an issue she was having. And she said, I don't know why I didn't call you, Eb. You know all this stuff. You know the law inside and out. I should have been called you. And I was at her neck like, why didn't you call me? And everything I was spitting, she said, oh my God, Eb, that's what that attorney said. That's the same statement that you just said. That's what he said. I know you know what you're talking about because that's who I am. God has blessed and ordained me to be a blessing to the people I know. To share wisdom and information with the people I know. That's all I'm here doing. I ain't trying to be
punish honesty.
Oh, absolutely. And anybody, I can always tell where somebody's coming from when they gaslight my name. I say it all the time. Natanya
Yeah.
means gift of God. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. But you won't call me Natanya because you don't want to call me gift of God. It's too hard for a demon to acknowledge God's gift. My name means gift of God. You think I don't see people? I'm gonna say unequivocally, look at me good in my face. Oh, watch me good now. My name is Natanya. Natania. Get it right. If I see you come up in here and post Natalia, Natasha, na this, na that, na anything, I'm banning you. I don't need a love fest, but I am telling you right now, you better spell check before you press go. Anybody spell my name wrong, you out of here. My name is gift of God. Give me my props. You ain't gotta love me. You ain't gotta like me. You could disagree with me as the day is long. I don't care about that. You know, ever since I've been on this internet, I've always said, don't block them, leave them. This is not a love fest. They don't have to love me. They don't have to agree. We're going to have mutually beneficial respect. This is a mutually beneficial thing. There is no YouTube platform without your subscribers and your members. So what is the point of me blocking everybody who disagree? Eventually, you ain't gonna have nobody to block. I got a few things I say I like. I love being here with you guys. You guys, it's a mutually beneficial relationship. You guys make me feel loved. You share information with me. We get to talk. I get to share what God has blessed me to know with you guys. All of the health food stuff and all of the natural remedies and all these things, anything I can do to assist anybody. People come here and lay themselves bare. And I always say, oh, that's such and such. This is how you do that. And I have it right in
That's
the chat.
the problem.
Talk.
That's the problem. That's the problem, Natanya. You're doing too much good.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why every time I see you're going live, I always make sure, even if I can't make it myself, I share it.
Mm-hmm.
You know the thing that's really tripping me out?
What's that?
People, they spend so much time trying to force everybody to tell them what they want to hear, but don't nobody want to accept what's really being said.
That's right. People don't like the truth, baby.
You know,
Amen.
when I think about this lawsuit, and the way I was mentioned in it, and the things that they tried to assert that I had done so fervently as if it were fact, I need people to really understand what that looks like. Somebody and started thinking of ugly things, really ugly, terrible things. And then they decided to attach my name.
Mm-hmm.
And then they thought that it was realistic enough in this world, or in this America's era, to put it in a legal document
Yep. And that
and
was
to
very
give it
diabolical.
gravitas.
Mm-hmm.
Not diabolical. Who runs around imagining people who are threatening to make sure that people are hurt, make sure that people are harmed, doing all of these things, talking in the manner in which they said, whoopty whoopty woo,
Mhm.
yada yada yada.
But making a mockery of the judicial system, making a
Yep.
mockery of the
Well,
system is supposed
what
to.
that goes to show is how they feel about the system. Anyone who plays with the system,
Right,
the only thing they're exposing is how they regard it. They don't
right,
regard it at all. So if these people are duplicitous enough to do these kinds of things, what won't they do?
right. And
And
listen,
this
Uh-huh.
is why Natanya is triggered. This is why Natanya is triggered,
yeah,
because everything that she has survived, she knows this Jane Doe is about to.
and I'm telling you, I went
It's
through
not
some
done yet. They already see that recording isn't working. They're going to keep on.
Let
They're
me
going
tell
to
you something.
keep on. They're going to keep on.
Let me tell you something. I literally, in my file cabinet, have a form. After I was shot, after I was moved, and I was going through having a lot of seizures and I was sick and I couldn't work, I had to go on unemployment. I went to unemployment, filed for unemployment.
Mhm.
got the paper. They said, okay, you should start receiving in about 5 days. I said, okay. Went back after like 11 days and said,
sorry.
hey, I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what are you talking about? I said, I filed and I didn't get anything. They're like, oh no, we don't have you in the system. I said, what? I said, I filed. So I sat through the class, filed again. I then said, put that paper in a timestamp machine and give me the original and you keep the copy.
Yep.
Oh, we don't do that. I said, you're going to do it today. Give me that. Do you know after 4 weeks, I had 5 papers? They knocked my stuff out the machine. I'm broke. The case ain't settled yet. I am broke, struggling to take care of my kids. I go and I say, something has to give. I call, I'm talking to a man on the phone. He was saying, so he's like, okay, I see your case. Work was being done on it. I'm talking to him. All of a sudden, the phone cuts off. I said, I can't call back. I sat on hold waiting for this man for so long. I'd been on the phone for like an hour and change. And he finally took me off a hold and it was my turn. And then the phone cuts off. I told my cousin was sitting right there. I was so stressed out trying to prevent myself from having a seizure. My cousin drove me down there. When she drove me there, I came in and I was talking to, when you're a little more stressed or heightened,
yes,
you speak in patois. So when I got there, I was in patois. I was like, look, I come down here. And the girl at the desk she said, what happened, Trini? What going on? And I said, oh, what going on? And I said, look, I don't know what's going on. I was on the phone and I was on the phone with the man and it dropped me out. And I said, this, that, the other. I said, I don't know why they keep dropping. So she tipped in the computer. She said, nothing in this computer for you. I said, what? She said, your name not in the computer, not coming up nowhere. I said, no. I show her the papers. When she looked, it's 5 stamp papers from them.
exactly.
With signature and everything. This is what Puffy's people was doing, going in the system and deleting all of my applications to make me start over and over again, to make you crazy.
Exactly.
So she went to the lady. She said, hold on, I gotta speak to this supervisor. She's a good one. And she was a West Indian supervisor. She said, that is my friend. I go talk to her. I go tell her you my cousin. I said, no problem. She said, let me see your name. She looked at my name. She said, all right, I go tell her you my cousin. She went and told her, they look, my cousin, she kept applying and they keep taking her thing out. So when the lady came and got me, she was looking at me kind of like, that's sounding strange. That don't sound right. I don't know how that could happen. And she took me in the back. And at this point, I'm crying now. I'm like, and I don't cry. If I cry, you best believe. So I'm like, I'm stressed out. I'm crying. I'm trying. I could feel myself. I could feel an aura forming and a seizure coming. And I don't want to have a seizure. So I'm trying to calm myself down. The lady said, hold on, come back here to my office. She took me back to her office. She said, I'm going to look in a screen because I see you have these 5 papers here, but your name is not in the computer. We don't have no application and nothing. So she went, sat me down in the chair, gave me a few tissues, start typing to some back office screen. She grabbed her mouth and said, oh shit. She said, oh my God, I've never seen this before in my life. I said, what? She said, here's your whole thing. She turned the computer around, all my information. It was deleted 20 minutes before I arrived. She said, I've never seen this in my life. I've been the manager for 25 years. I've never seen this in my life. Department of Labor, never. She said, whose initials are these? She was looking at the initials. She said, I don't know these initials. There's no initials for anybody in this building for these initials. And very few people have access to this screen. It was a master screen, the metadata. It was the metadata screen with all my information where they wiped me out of the fucking computer. By now, I'm snot crying, but guess what? Listen, Trinidadian people say I think crap or smoke your pipe. Once I realized what it was, oh, baby, I could fight this demon. Now what I know, I thought it was them effing up because I was still in the midst of going through. I didn't have the full purview. Hindsight is 2020.
Exactly.
Retrospectively, I could look back and see it all. But at the time when you're in it, you can't see. She said, I never see this in my life. What is this?
Luna Blade is a troll.
I I know about separating the wheat from the chaff, so they better try their best. They
Yeah.
better try their
this is
best. They better
childish.
try their best.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, Jack, we can.
Yeah, I've been
I'm
muted
so
for a while.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
So sorry, Natanya, for that. Like I said, when I look at your stories to you and Jack, I'm like, how can people not see the gaslight? How? How? It's so blatant. It's disgusting how blatant it is. When I'm reading the
It's wild.
lawsuit of Ashley
How is Trevor
Param,
getting back in here? What don't I know about blocking him? How is he
Trevor
getting back?
Green, he just have, I think he has 25 accounts with the same name.
Where is he? What happened to Jag?
I think she went out. Now she's going to come back because she's on the road. But like I said, I don't understand how people don't see the gaslight, how people don't see the campaign put in place to F with all of you.
What profile is he using, Bridget?
One,
What profile is Trevor using? This ain't no misunderstanding. Ticket did not think I was a troll. Ticket featured my face in a video with me and Andy on his thumbnail, which means in order for him to do a reaction to Andy's video, he had to watch it. He knows I am the dopest nerd.
okay, let's say he didn't know. Let's say he didn't know the first time. Now he has a second video. He has a second video. What does that mean?
Listen, in the beginning of Andy's video, Andy will say, "This is the dopest nerd. Go to her page, subscribe."
Yes.
He puts
I know.
You know who I am.
Yeah, but like I said, even if in fact we give them that stupid argument, the fact that he's live right now calling you Natalia and then saying that you're the problem shows who he is.
He's doing it on purpose. He's doing it on purpose. And I'm not giving a big grown man who this is how you make your money. If this is how you make your money and you're making simple Simon mistakes like this, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Well, I mean, look at Ariel. Look at the kind of mistakes she makes. Everybody's starting to get the gist of how this works. All of these people keep making the same stupid mistakes. It's a very elegant plan. It should work very well. And yet they keep making rookie mistakes. That's because they're not hiring intelligent people. They're hiring cooperative people.
As Natanya always said, send your best and brightest against me.
Hey, Don't hit me with the remedial class. I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Exactly.
He knew exactly who I was. My name is the dopest nerd. That ain't common. It ain't common. Not the least of which is I was friggin' ridiculous, stupid, viral all over this internet in the beginning, which is why I wouldn't come to it. When this came out, that video that I made, the TikTok, has been viewed almost 11 million times. You didn't know who I was.
He's full of shit.
Full of it.
Full of shit.
Full of it.
Mm-hmm. Full of shit. And now he's doing the same thing. Fuck you, Ticket.
They want people to be like, oh, my bad, my bad. No, you can't wheel and come again on this one. You can't wheel and come again. As my husband said, God rest his soul, the incomparable Roger Rubin. You don't run things blood clot while you run around things. You don't run things. You thought you did, as the young people say. You thought you ate, but you ain't. You ain't eat nothing, boo. You mess with me, you're going to be on a fast. You ain't eat nothing.
I'll tell you, boy. Tell it to my knees. Who the heck?
Thank you. A musician Sif said, you've been in national media. I mean, come on. And I didn't ask for it. Like I tell you.
Natanya, you ain't got to explain yourself to none of these people. You don't. Just like I don't have to. I've had people for I don't know how long trying to convince everybody that I'm a nobody, I'm a nothing, and I never happened. That's the whole objective. The objective is to make people believe that you were never anything, so you don't have to care about what they took from you.
And here's the deal. The joke is on them.
I know.
The God I serve, and Father God, I'm gonna ask you
right now.
They
can't take nothing from God.
Baby, you ain't stealing from me. You stealing from God. You see what my name is? Gift of God. He gave you a gift and you effing with it. You see what happened when y'all messed with his last gift, right? Keep on now.
Mhm.
Keep on.
You see what happened when they tried? They wanted me sued so bad. They was willing to lie it so bad that
And then they
goofy asses chose my alibi because he
They-
was the one that paid for that case when I was in jail. The simple
Listen,
fact that anybody
Exactly.
thinks that Sean Carter ain't behind all of this, anybody who wants to believe that is a complete retard.
you're right.
And I mean that.
These people won't ever get it right because the truth ain't in them. They only looking for content to stay relevant. You're 100%
Exactly.
like
It's not
Sarah
about
said,
being relevant. It's
vengeance
about the
is
truth.
mine. That's
Oh,
what
absolutely. But
Sarah said,
no, they want to be
vengeance is mine,
famous.
saith the Lord.
They want to be
They do.
famous. What do you
And they
think
want to
about
be the
that?
first. You know what it reminds me of? Do y'all remember on the early days? What was that social media site that everybody used to
Is
be on?
that too dark, or do you like this way?
And people used to be like, I'm first on the comment. And what was that? And what was the guy's name? And he passed away, the guy that created it. I think it might
Which
still be.
one?
It was
What's
a
the name
social
of
media platform.
Vine?
What was it?
Vine?
Not Vine. It was, they used to drop a lot of news and tea and all that. What was his name? He used to wear glasses, an African dude. He was the owner of it. And he passed away suddenly. Well, somebody tell me. No, not
Well, I
MySpace.
can't keep up with most of these people.
What was the thing? And I
Not
think it
no
might
more.
there was a lot of fights on it and all that stuff.
You talking about Zeus?
Not Zeus. It was an
Oh.
online media takeout. There you go. Living
Oh,
good.
them
TV.
weirdos.
Media takeout. The ones that rush to be breaking news for everything, they are the media takeout of now.
You know they're the ones that ran and lied with that story. We're gonna have to sue them and TMZ for that last fake story they got caught trying to put on me.
It's so stupid rushing for the bait. You can't you have to sit back and observe in order to actually see the play. When you're trying to be first all the time, you are going to err. It's
Well, the first shall be last, and the last
there you go.
shall be first.
And listen and say, okay, let it play out, let it simmer. Let me see what
That's
it's gonna
what
do.
God say.
They just, it's just ridiculous.
It's very much so.
This is ridiculous. It is shameful. It's absolutely shameful. We out here trying to elevate, trying to do something positive. Every single thing I said about what Jane Doe was going through and how this thing plays out and where they were wrong was 100% right. They participated in communication by broaching the anonymity, the protection. Spiro could get friggin' disbarred. This is a victim.
He should.
She was anonymous.
Somehow he keeps avoiding it.
Mess around with this one, you're gonna see. Mess around with God's property.
Keeps on avoiding it. You know, the way they've literally taken the criminal justice system and made a mockery of Damon Dash's life has been really interesting. It's been almost artwork, the way they've screwed over Dame. And, you know, they did it all, and all of his friends just sat there. It's like, you know, watching Superman get that piece of little kryptonite in him, and then watch everybody come and beat his ass. And it's pretty much what happened with Dame.
Here's the crazy thing. You know that you are chosen, gifted, because people will take what you say, make a mockery of you for saying it, and then use the advice anyway.
Honey, I watch content creators all the time. They say a reliable source. I'm their reliable source. That's why most of them want to be around.
You see, when I come to the thing and be like, oh, those of you who use my words, I can tell. I know my own voice. I can hear you back when you take my words and try to use it back. But let me tell you the most one indication. The Breakfast
You want to know who was really good at that? Trashy K.
Let me tell you,
really good at stealing everybody.
James was on the Breakfast Club that day, and he was like, y'all don't own nothing. Y'all just DJs. What do you own? Show me what you built after being here all these years and having all this access. How has it benefited you? Where's your ownership? They tried to clown him that day, but then they took his advice, and now he got the Black Effects Podcast Network. He wrote books. The next one wrote books. All of them did something. Angela got her own show, but at the time, they tried to play Dame. And then they took everything Dame said and applied it to their life.
Oh, absolutely.
I've had people do that to me
Times, right?
time and time again.
We do
Time
that.
and time again.
It's in the order.
Oh,
The
absolutely.
only difference is you can't play me. You can't play me, and you can't try to clown me. I'm unclownable and unplayable. I
Exactly.
mess with people, but baby, when you come for me, baby, I walk with the ancestors with and I stand on their shoulders. I ain't even walking. I'm floating. I look like I'm floating. I'm standing on the shoulders of the ancestors, and I walk with the Most High God, who will slap a ninja down over and over again.
I don't need those.
Exactly.
I got
I'll put it back.
multiple
Yeah.
stories. I only tell y'all about this chick because she's the most recent. I got multiple stories of people who tried me, and I said, don't try me. And I'm saying it with
A bullet tried you.
Excuse
A
me.
billionaire tried you, and they failed.
And look where he's sitting. And let me tell you what
Exactly.
the irony of all irony was. On my
Exactly.
25th anniversary of getting shot by Puffy, Puffy was sitting in jail, kicking up a storm, refusing to come out his cell and saying he wants to go to the hospital. I said, look at the irony, Father God. He never would be a thorn in his side 25 years later. 25 years later. You best believe, as God as my witness, as there is breath in my lungs, and even thereafter when I return to the essence, I will never, even in the afterlife, I go and cheer stone in blood clot spirit and tear him up. You can't get away from me. What you did to me, I will never let it go. Never.
You want to know the thing that trips me out more than anything, though? Tanya?
What's that?
Look at y'all's situation. 25 years. And he's finally starting to begin to experience the effects of his karma.
What do I always say?
Why can't anybody see that Mr. Carter is doing the best he can to avoid his karma from me? Like, y'all really don't want to believe that this fool is afraid of me. He's terrified.
Listen,
he should be.
Here's the
They
thing.
are afraid of you, of Natanya, of Ashley. Like they're so afraid they need to destroy you. They need to destroy you, destroy your credibility, destroy your life. How dare you have strength? How dare you still be here?
Yep. And I always tell
Kanye
them,
West said it.
if I'm a liar,
Jay-Z is a god. He said it. Jay-Z is the god, and Jay-Z made him a god. Those people are not well.
Listen, if I'm a liar, take me to court so we could bring this good discovery, because I'm about to flame broil ass.
Some guy they got
that.
Let his wife drain their pockets and leave them poor and half destitute. Some guy they got.
They don't want to see me inside of a courtroom because, baby, the discovery.
They saw you already. They saw you with Johnny Cochran literally doing.
Tell him, girl. Tell him about it. He said, you better pat him on the shoulder and say, you try.
You want to know what's funny?
Johnny Cochran. That is not anyone.
I feel the same way about Ben Crump now that you did about Johnny Cochran. You know, it's odd to me. It's just funny how people really can just sit there and pretend like this isn't real when it's happening right in front of your face.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't understand what it's like to hold on to sanity when you've seen everyone else around willingly give theirs away.
Baby.
Yep.
Baby. That's the point I was making earlier. How could I have been shot 25 years ago? Where's all the stories? We're on social media. People telling stories about all kinds of things. Where's the stories at? He paid them all because that witness list was released and they took a payoff and signed an NDA. You know what I tell them? F your NDA. I wipe my ass with NDAs.
That's why they force the NDAs to make sure that there's nobody that can corroborate your story without punishment.
But people have to understand, it's like the schoolyard bully. The schoolyard bully is taking lunches and taking lunch money and pushing people over because nobody steps out and challenge him. I tell y'all since I came to these internet streets, call me David, baby, because I got a sling in a pocket full of rocks. I go and
it's a beautiful thing.
I go and tear out your eye. Try me now. You don't want to come back. Try me. I
This
don't
was
fear any man. I am a child of God. I am a gift of God. I am God's child. I stand on the shoulders of my ancestors. I don't even walk. I float because I'm on their shoulders. And baby, I don't walk alone. I walk with God and Lottie. And baby, she like to potty. She don't cause trouble and she don't bother nobody. But
yeah, I
run,
wish they dropped my cases so
run.
I can get my you can have Lottie and I can have Dottie.
And listen, Lottie stay by my side, baby. She my truth. That's
You
that's
know, I miss
my boo.
you know, they took my gun clean out of my car and gave it to my psychopath second husband. I still can't believe it. They ain't even have a warrant to go up in my car.
Not even Johnny Cochran was able to break me. I had him speechless. So
That's what God do.
hang on to that.
That's what God do. You want to know the thing that's bothering me, Maggie? And I think I'm gonna get ready to drop down because I need to figure this through.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie, my dog.
Yeah.
This was a desperate move
Yes, it
for the
was.
troll farm. And when I look at the amount of trolls that came through, even when I had forgotten to mute up my mic, the second that Odell's voice was heard,
Mm-hmm.
next thing you know, the old Dusty comments came up in the chat.
Oh my
They're
God.
monitoring all of our chats, and now, Natanya, we know that they're monitoring yours,
Oh, they
which
did want
means
to. I can see them.
this. Yeah, but I'm talking about heavy now. When they start coming out of the bushes, when they start coming out, that's when you know. But
Yep.
for Ticket to make this kind of mistake, um, he was urged to do it. But if he was urged to do it, and as haphazard as all of this is going to look,
Somebody's desperation. Mhm.
yes, it's extreme desperation because they just burned him.
They did.
They
Burned
They
just burned him.
and took all. And listen, he was doing his numbers over there. You never had to come step on my toe, especially when I got a whole barricade around my foot saying, "Oh, they back up
This is
those."
the thing. This is the thing. Him coming after you negatively without provocation
Mhm.
only proves that that was the objective all along.
And
What
locked.
made it such a sweet play was that I'm his mod and I have been a big supporter of his content. It was supposed to drive a wedge. They don't want you and I talking. They don't want you and I supporting, which
They can't
means
break.
it's
They
time
can't break.
now for us to talk about that news program.
Mhm.
If this is what we're going to do to them, just doing it the way we're doing it, what happens when we organize?
Baby.
or
I
the
I
get
that.
think we have the ability to I think we have the ability to break the fake news.
listen. You know me. I try to stay above the fray of pettiness, but I have to shout out Natasha St. Cyr. She said, "Ignore anyone who can't pronounce reciprocity." Thank you, my dear, darling. Thank you, darling. You get today's apple and a gold star.
Well,
Forgive.
the funny thing about it is I know he likes Lauryn Hill. He probably done sang the word reciprocity a million times and didn't even realize what he was singing.
Don't
To
know what.
gain some reciprocity.
Tell them.
Yeah, it wasn't just sounds. It was a
No
word.
one loves you more than
Come
me.
on now. And
No
Ooh,
no
one
one never
will.
will.
That stuff I got in my arsenal now.
Shout
Well,
out to Laura Hill with the
listen.
big dictionary words in the fly cut.
Shout out. I want to take a moment in the midst of this chaos to shout out to Lauryn Hill and rest in peace to the incomparable Roberta Flack. She did
Oh, I know.
vocal medley to Roberta Flack. That was soon as she so first of all, she broke. I love anybody who keeps people guessing. I love it. Everybody thought she was going to start out with, killing me softly. When she came in with the first time ever I saw
Ever I saw your face.
that at my grandmother's feet, getting my scalp creased, many a day listening to that, okay, as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When I tell you, we have got to honor our lost greats and our sisters, and I don't mean they could be a celebrity or a regular Joe or an activist. I mean people who made a difference. a singer, she was an activist, and she held up the civil rights movement. She played a large part in their ability to continue moving. And anybody doubted, people have talked a lot of junk about Lauryn Hill. Y'all hear my house ghost? People have talked a lot of junk about Lauryn Hill the world over. But baby, nobody can question that gift because she was masterful.
They almost took it from her, just like they tried to do with
They
me.
tried to drive her crazy too.
I know.
And on another day, maybe later on today, we are going to discuss the shout out to Dawn Lewis.
Oh my God. No. I'm about to see if I can reach out to her. I haven't seen Dawn in years, but what's happening with her right now is absolutely just.
Here's what's the biggest problem to me. The biggest problem to me is people's reaction and how they are trying to disparage this woman.
Oh my God. I know.
The one-hit wonder that you want to call one-hit wonder, or the one who stepped away from the industry, put some respect on their name. They walked in with their gift, with hope springing eternal, to come in and share their gift with the world. And once they were exposed to the demonic, diabolic nastiness in that industry, they said, oh no, not me. Nah, I'm good. Y'all go ahead and keep this. And she stepped away.
Can I keep it all the way a buck?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I know Dawn.
I'm sure you do.
I remember when Dawn first left En Vogue. I remember when she started working with Lucy Pearl.
That's right.
She worked with Raphael just like I work with Raphael. She knew a lot of people in Oakland that I knew. Mm-hmm. And I knew a lot of things that she don't ever want to tell nobody. What I am,
as good as
the knowledge that I have.
I'm not trying to call you out. Well, listen, I'm going to call you out. That's not how you spell my name. Please don't mess with God. Whoever thinks they're gaslighting me, you are messing with God. My name is Natania. It's phonetic. Natania. Please don't spell my name wrong in here. I done said it already. I ain't trying to give you a hard time. You might have just came in, but I'm enough with people messing with my name. My name means gift of God. Give me and put some respect on my name. Put some respect on God and put some respect on my name. Do not misspell my name. I've had enough of it. I've had enough. Enough. Go ahead.
I know that Dawn has been assaulted.
Well, I know. I'm sure she has. I can feel the energy from her. And I said,
and I know a few of the people that I do believe, and I'm sure part of the reason why she don't talk about it is because she probably don't remember most of it, because I know they used to give her the fun stuff.
Oh my God.
That blinked twice.
What we're watching with Dawn right now is, I believe it's the breakdown of no one will help me, no one will believe me. No, and
it's the standing.
We have to reach out to her.
It's the standing firm on God that you are willing to go.
Absolutely.
When she said, "That's it," I've said it. She freed herself. When you have the death of your ego, and you release all the desires and the attachments you had to things of the world, and you say, Father God, use me, I submit myself unto you, Father God, baby, can't nobody come against that. They could try, but it will be a long list of failures in your wake.
I just want everybody who's out there making fun of her right now,
it's stupid.
To know you're making fun of a victim.
Damn,
I want y'all to think about that.
They said TicketTV has his third live of the day with me on the thumbnail. First live, he called me a liar. Second live, he cussed me out in the chat. Now he's trying to justify himself.
That man is, I know. Too strong. Exactly like too
strong.
Wait a minute.
It's exactly like,
They are exhausting because they're so stupid.
Maggie, you already know when this is all finished, you should tap in before you go live.
And we all need to have, we need to have a discussion offline too, sis.
Yeah.
We need to have a offline because there's a lot going on in his head right now, right?
I know. And then and you already know there's always a lot going on in mine.
Yeah, I know what I'm going to talk about today because the
Yeah.
disinformation is a little too much. And I didn't want to say this before,
Mm-hmm.
but you know how they talked about the lawsuit with Ashley Param?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was really weird because they tried to make it seem like Jag was involved in the testimony of Ashley Param,
Mm-hmm.
but they were reading it. Like that's all they fucking do. They read, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But it's clearly
Understanding.
clear that Ashley Param never said the name Jaguar Right.
See, wow. Are you
They,
serious?
yeah, it's there is two testimony, and that's what I believe because after watching you and Jag, I know the gaslight.
Mm-hmm.
I know Ashley Param allegedly she's being messed with. She's being messed with so hard, and they're trying to mess with other survivors. And then now he's going after Natanya. It's like let's attack Jaguar, let's attack Ronnie Bull, let's attack Natanya. Like the pattern is really obvious.
But
Let's
I can't.
drive
When
it,
I
Wes.
tell you,
Let's drive it,
Natanya, I
Reg.
spent hour breaking up that lawsuit to show that Ashley Param is being screwed over
She is.
because that's what they do
She
to
is.
victim. They need to reduce you to dust.
And here's the thing: you hit it on the nose, Maggie. Why are they going so hard after victims? Why
Yep,
not use the same victor to go after your son who wants you?
Well,
His name is Premier
because
Shadowite, in case you don't know his name. Gwanga chat to him. Listen,
you want to know what I thought was sick?
I want to caution people not to push me too far because I have a
Listen,
I got a loaded weapon in my arsenal, finger on the trigger that will finish him. Firsthand.
listening to Alex
Let me tell you
Spiro
something.
talk
I'm
about
not a stranger
how
to him.
devastating
I know
this
his
was for his
mama.
3 children. Three
Say it again.
children.
Say it again.
Oh, listening to Alex Spiro
hmm
talking about how terrible this has been. Him as a family man, for him and his 3 children. He got a lot more than 3 kids, and everybody know it.
Listen to
exactly.
me. Listen to me. They have the child in Trinidad with the girl from Trinidad when they made Big Pimpins. But
He's
listen.
got the baby in Baltimore. That's the
I
older
have
daughter.
I have a loaded arsenal behind a secret wall that if I tap and pull out a book,
Yes.
if I pull that,
Oh my! I
they
see you
won't
too. I
cry.
see you.
All I'm gonna say is it's they baby. I'm trying to. I'm not gonna say it, but baby, it is so much closer than they could ever imagine. He cannot. He can't listen. You. Here's the thing about time. We know time is a construct. We know time is a creation of man to be able to create whatever and espouse and push for whatever they want to project to society and get people in a row. But what they forget is I am not a secondary, I'm not a content, I'm not just a content creator. My name is Natanya, aka Ebene, aka Nanny from Brooklyn, Trinigala.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, Natanya. I have to address this. See you here in Vegas, Jag.
Who said that?
Who said I was in Las Vegas? I see you
Where's that? Who said
in the
that? Where's
chat.
that?
So what's the name?
I see you right over top of as real as it gets. Right above, well, underneath, and
I see it.
Rely,
I'm
Isha.
banning them
Yeah.
now.
Just
I see
I'm
you
banning
here
them.
no, keep.
in
I
Vegas,
need the
chat.
name. I need the name.
I see you.
What to
That's
say?
the name of the
Name.
screen
Okay.
name.
All right.
I see you.
Okay.
Not in here. I keep telling y'all, I don't know why y'all coming here to play. I don't know why y'all coming
You
here to
you see
play.
me in Vegas?
Y'all don't
Where?
understand. Y'all don't
No,
understand.
I want to know where. I want to know where. No, talk to me. I see you.
Well, I just banned them. If they
Oh,
come
it's
back,
all right.
then
I'm sure I'll see them somewhere else.
Yeah, they'll come on my channel on Jaguar, sit in the West.
You see me in
it's
Vegas?
so
Is that where I
corny.
am?
It was there. I banned him. But it's so
Yeah.
corny.
They are corny.
When you got a whole bunch of grown men encamping against a bunch of women, what does that tell you?
They are
That tells you that the
fucking losers.
patriarchy is pissed off.
Oh, listen, baby,
That too.
and I done told
Do
people
yourself a favor.
I've been slaying dragons forever and a day.
Y'all better think.
25
Y'all better know.
centuries.
I don't need a gun to defend my life.
Me either, honey.
I don't need a gun at all.
I got proof. I got a whole litany of proof of people that
Do
tried.
you want to know the thing that bothers me the most? Being stuck in jail on a unalivement charge because I was defending my life and people want to lie about the evidence. Like, I don't think y'all get it. Y'all don't. I'm not afraid.
I get it.
I'm not afraid.
People,
If you can find me, you deserve whatever you get.
I know that they have an overwhelming obsession with messing with survivors. I know that. And nothing says guilty like messing with survivors. Because what's your mission? What's your aim? Why do you need to disavow a survivor? Why do you need to gaslight a survivor? Why do you need to target a survivor? Why? Why?
Because of who you work for.
Hey, because the God I serve, baby. The God I serve.
Kanye West said it. He's crazy, but he tells the truth.
Oh,
he said his mother was a sacrifice. He named Michael Jordan. He named Bill Cosby. He named everyone that was sacrificing people. And then after that, now he's saying, Jay-Z made me a god. Only a god can make a god. And Diddy made Jay-Z. They believe they're God.
Well, listen, he ain't that much of a god sitting in jail. So
exactly.
Another one trying to stay out. So there's that.
And yet here is Kanye West telling the truth.
Listen.
That they believe they are fucking God.
They're so stupid. And here's the deal.
Well, they're still messing with you, even though he's in jail. He's in jail. You know who's coming for you. It's him. Jag, it's the Jigga Man.
Oh, without
they are all here being bitches.
If I pull the information, listen, if the day somebody, here's what I'm going to say. Steer clear of my pinky toe.
Mm-hmm.
Bump me on my shoulder, I'll let you slide. You could bump me in my back, my side, my hip, all kind of thing. Don't touch my face and steer clear of my pinky toe because, baby, once you hit that pinky toe, all bets are off and I'm going to finish you. I'm going to not just flame broil you, I'm going to dry roast you with all of my Brooklyn information. Remember, I was there. I'm going to dry roast you with my Brooklyn information. All of my information. All of my information. My firsthand information. My so firsthand, you're going to be shocked. My so firsthand, they're going to be shocked. Try if you want. You can't, listen, one thing about when the mouth spill it, you can't roll it back. And my mama will tell you, when I start spewing my verbal AK-47, you can't, I don't go back on safety.
Exactly.
So try your best. Think about it. Think about the information I know and all of those who I know, all the trolls that's watching, monitor, all the monitoring spirits. Remember, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm not a spectator. I'm not a content creator. I was there. Ask me what I know.
I only watch to learn.
I know. Remember,
I only watch to learn.
I was in the midst of it all. Ask yourself what I know. Play me if you want to. You're going to play yourself. I'm letting you know.
Guys, I got to go. Something's about to happen. By the way, Maggie, keep your glimmers up. No, this is just the beginning. They're about to try something. I got to go. I got to call Grace.
Be safe, and I'll tap in afterwards.
Please do. Okay. You know how to reach me.
I'm gonna go get ready. I'm going live in 1 hour to address fucking TicketTV and all that is happening because the play is starting to really piss me off.
Shout out to my girl Kay Lig.
But this is just the preamble. This is just the preamble. They're about to crank it up. I told you these next 6 weeks leading up to the trial, they are going to be thick.
They're gonna
Yep.
pull out the stops.
I
They
see
are.
y'all.
Be safe,
Love you.
sis. Love you.
Will do.
Love you, Natanya. I'm gonna go
All
too.
right.
Love you, and I will be there
I'll be
later.
in.
Bye.
I'll tap into
Love
you.
you. Okay, bye.
All right. All right, guys. This turned out how it turned out. Shout out to the dopest mod in the land. Make sure y'all show her some love. Throw your Cash App in the chat, boo. The Cash App, support the channel. Shout out to everybody who sent super chats because I know I missed about 2 or 3. I am so sorry. Charge it to my head and not my heart. And I love you guys, and I will shout you out in the chat after the fact. Throw your Cash App in the chat, Locked. Shout out to the dopest mod, Locked. Show her some love. Look how she be navigating these streets, keeping all the alley cats out, making sure she put bowls of water outside and some tender vittles out there to keep them out, and take care of everybody that's inside. This understandably should have been just a regular live where we talked about the issues at hand. But when the enemy feels pressed and the enemy knows that he is losing, he is going to pull out his stops. He's going to pull out all the stops and try to come. Shout out to our girl, the dopest mod. Please show her some love. Listen, take the little careless 10 and the little 20 and the 10 and the 5 and the 1 and all of that and send it. Show her some love. Show her some love. This is how you show us love for this. You know, unfortunately, we don't want our lives to be entertainment, but this is what it is. Her Cash App is $butterfly blue, not the formal butterfly, you know, the TicketTV butterfly. Hood. Buddha. Jokes, guys. BUDDAFLYBLUE. And like I said, I'm a disciple. Father God, you know my heart, but God is still working on me. And I am flesh. As much as I am the spirit, I am the flesh. And I'm not going to tolerate it because I don't mess with anybody. I stayed off of YouTube for the better part of 3 weeks, dealing with my own family stuff and getting ready for my son's wedding. I don't mess with people. Leave me alone. But if you insist, we gonna dance, and you ain't gonna like this dance, boo, because I'm the lead. I tell y'all, stay out my chat, stay off my back. Don't mess with me. Don't come for me. You knew who I was when you made your thing, because where did you find what? If you didn't know who I was, how you put a picture of me? How you put a picture of me and spell my name wrong? How? How you get so close to Natanya and be so wrong? Calling me Natasha, calling me. I mean, you've been watching. You're trying to be funny. And if you want to be funny, then come on. Let's dance. I keep telling people, don't make me angry like the Incredible Hulk said. Like Bill Bixby said before he turned into the Incredible Hulk. Don't make me angry. You won't like me if I'm angry. Y'all better take these laughs and these jokes and this good information I give. Soon as you make me angry, it not go right star. Nah go make it star. And I'm telling you, I'm holding a hot one. I'm waiting for somebody to really push their thing with me. I'm holding a hot one. Y'all gonna regret it. Y'all gonna regret. Listen. If y'all think viral, I'm going to tear it on the internet. I'm going to tear it on YouTube when I release this one. And wherever they fall, let them fall. I'm trying to hold it back out of my love for my peoples. But you best believe, I got some information you can't deny, brother. You better check your sources and reacquaint yourself with who I is. You know, act like you know. Anyhow I release this, you can't run and you can't hide. And all your little fairy tale perfect existence you're going to mash down your own life. You're going to mash down your own life. And I said what I said, and I ain't taking nothing back because I was there. I'm speaking firsthand. A lot of y'all content creators out here on YouTube is just, you see a story and you go type, baby. I walked them streets. I was there. I was in the midst of it and the thick of it. Act like y'all know. Any day I start spitting facts, whole lot of people, I'm viral. Hey. As they say in Trinidad, crap, or smoke your pipe and the dog or eat your food. Try if you want to. You better go find out what that means. You have a Trini baby mother. Go and ask her now. Crap, or smoke your pipe and the dog or eat your food. Try me if you want. You're going to regret it. And that is one thing I can guarantee. You're going to regret it. And it's a point of no return. Once it come out, it can't go back in. And it will be facts. And all I'm going to do is free somebody up so they can speak their truth. I'm going to free them up so they can speak their truth. You're going to regret it, though. When I free that person up to speak their truth, it's going to tear your entire world down. And nobody won't be able to check me and tell me I'm lying. And I got photos and other memorabilia to prove it. So try your best. Try your best. Because out of respect for somebody, I'm holding them down. Out of respect for their privacy, I'm holding them down. But it goes only so far. Only so far. And any hole I start letting loose, you're going to regret it. You better try your best and stay in your corner of the world and your corner of the internet and your corner of society. Anyhow, stay away from my pinky toe. I'm telling y'all, y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be huge, bigly mad. And you ain't gonna be able to take it back. I'm warning you. My name says it all. Gift of God. The last gift, the last big gift of God that he sent to this world that y'all messed with, y'all still suffering from that. Try if you want to. And I say that with the utmost humility. Trying to save you now. Here now. You know what they say? A hard head make a sore behind. You better try and listen. I love you guys. I know I told y'all yesterday I'll see y'all when I come back. I'm going to definitely see y'all when I come back today. I'm definitely. Tell them, baby, stay away from that pinky toe. Anyhow I feel, just the slightest glitch on my pinky toe, I'm going to tear the YouTube streets down. I promise you. My check from YouTube will be so big because this is going to be so viral. So I'm warning you. It's going to be so viral, but it's going to be to your detriment. And I'm going to have to hurt somebody in the interim that I'm trying to preserve and save. I'm going to have to hurt somebody. Couple of people. But baby, anyhow, I pull the trigger on that, you're done. As the little girl said, you're done, you're done, you're done. So go ahead and ask yourself, is it worth it? Ask yourself, is it worth it? Because listen, there are some things in this life that money cannot buy. And my memory, baby, my memory is sharp. My memory is so sharp, these people won't be able to deny it. You know why? Not only am I a memory person, I'm also a memorabilia person. I keep things. Try me. You're going to regret it. You better ride off into the sunset with the life you got. You're going to regret it. And Diddy ain't going to be the only one sitting his monkey tail in jail. So act like you know. Guys, I shall return. You know what time it is and what I got to do. I'm going to just go handle mine and I shall be back. I will meet you guys back here because I know I'm going to need a debrief and a break. Shout out to Kat. And there were other people that sent me super chats. Kat said, Natanya, you didn't just hold the line. You are building the path forward. We honor you. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the super chat. And to all the other ones that sent me super chats that I did not get a chance to acknowledge, I don't know how to pull them back up, or I would. Because the chat has gone so far, but I am going to acknowledge you on the community page because I appreciate it. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you came to be here with me, and I appreciate you. Shout out to you. All I'm saying is, people, I don't bother nobody. Me and Lottie, we don't bother nobody. We don't cause trouble, and we don't bother nobody. But if you insist, by all means, if you insist, we shall dance. I'm taking the lead. So you better put your dancing shoes on. You may not like this dance. And I may have to hurt a couple of people, but baby, God will forgive me. Only person I ascribe to is God. God will forgive me, but I will tear YouTube down. Baby, you won't even be no dollars left for y'all to make no money. Because baby, when I drop this for YouTube dollars, okay? Try if you want. And I'm gonna put that you cannot sample my stuff. That nobody, I'm gonna pull a Lionel B. Don't sample my stuff. So don't play. Shout out to the dopest mod locked, always on the case, always taking care of us up in here. I love my Nerd Herd family. I shall return. I will come back on live at 6:30. I'm gonna give, because I know Maggie's gonna go live and all that. I'll be back on live at 6:30, guys. Join me back here, same bat time, same bat channel. Those who's old enough know what that's from. The young ones, Google it. Until we meet again. Love you guys. Love y'all long time.